for
Ah,
Go Live Together is vertical, which I found out as I was
ah.
setting up, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I kept then the green screen came on. I was so nervous. I was hitting all these buttons, and I'm like, "I must be driving you nuts. I think I sent you like 50 links."
Yeah, yeah. It is a very different than the Twitch live streaming that I usually do, but that's okay. We're gonna get it fixed up. Let's see how that is the wrong camera. That is the better camera.
We
Okay.
gotta talk. We gotta talk because I got a laptop and I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm still doing things on my mobile.
I can I can teach you about that.
Good.
Okay, let's see if I can get that to stay still there. I see you sweating, or wiping the sweat off your brow. You're working hard. That's okay.
My
We're gonna
heart is
have a
pounding. My heart
we're,
is
we're,
pounding.
we're gonna have a good time there. Okay. All right. I'm streaming
Chris
on
just got done
mobile.
with a live.
All right. So I'm gonna put on my headset.
Oh
So
boy.
that yeah,
Sure, go
that
ahead.
way, because I don't know if your viewers were hearing echo. So if anybody in chat, hey, welcome. How you doing? Welcome, Gabrielle. Um, if anybody hears an echo from me, please let me know.
Okay, I don't hear an echo. Hi, Karen, Min, Gabrielle, Melanie.
Oh my goodness, everybody is here. Oh man,
Oh,
I better put on the show then.
they're coming. They're not all here. Thank
Mm,
God. They're like me. They're like a snail.
That's that's that is okay. Whenever I do a Twitch live stream, I always reserve like the first 20 minutes for
Yeah.
for the faithful followers, and so we usually do something a little special, a little raucous until the
Okay.
normies get there. So that's
Okay.
right. Hey, somebody named Danita was tagged in a post. All right, cool. Yeah, Gabrielle, how you doing tonight? Melanie, hope you're having a great time. And oh, I told you a couple of times that I was a bit nervous. So a friend of mine recommended a cure for my ailment.
Oh, I was gonna pop the Pinot Grigio and I felt bad.
No, no, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
I got started with
I
go
think
ahead.
I've got 3 hours plus of trying to come up with something to say
Nah.
after
Oh, believe
spending.
me. This is a chatty crowd.
Well, I spent 3 hours kitting up my first ever Dreamer Designs canvas. Literally ended that stream like 15 minutes ago, just so that I could pop over here. So
I know.
it's a full day for me. So I've turned off the
Yep.
printers. So if you ordered something, it ain't getting made tonight. I'm sorry.
Hi, Tracy. Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Gwen. These are all my members popping
Liquid
in.
courage. Absolutely correct. Yeah, liquid
I'm gonna have
courage.
to. I'm gonna have to ring for wine.
You know what? It's funny that you say that. Let me show you a gift that my
You got a
wife
little
got me.
bell?
Maybe no. Well, yes and no.
So Chris just got done with a live, and I've been in the basement, picking up buckets of water because we got a flash flood. Oh yeah, oh yeah, we got a flash flood. Oh, that was quick.
My wife got me this
Yes. Oh, oh
ring
my
for.
God.
It's not small, and woo.
Hi, Michelle. Yes, it is. This is Chris with the ruler. Yeah. And who comes running with the beer when you ring that?
Uh, my wife does.
Oh,
Surprisingly, yeah. Well, it depends on the mood that she's in. If it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I start banging that thing, yeah, I'm gonna get a beer bottle to the head, but
need more cowbell. I love that skit.
more cowbell. Absolutely, yeah. So it's gonna be a fun time. I'm hyped up. I got yeah, I got my liquid courage. I got my rulers. I'm ready to answer some questions if you have them. And then I understand that that chat also has some questions about diamond painting. And so I
Yeah.
was just telling my live, the one person that was there, thank you, Jan. Hi, Jan. That I was curious to know what the questions were too, because they're probably a lot of the same questions that I have because I'm new to diamond painting as well.
Okay. So who do you mainly do Diamond Art Club? Is that where you started?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
That's the first canvas that I got was this it was like a Timu canvas snowman. That's I'm proud of it. It was okay, but I'll show you. I'll show you the beginning of why we have these things. I'll show
Okay.
you. So
Tracy, you're so funny. She needs a dessert pal. Hi,
so
Melanie. Thanks for making it.
this is my first completion. A little
Oh,
Timu canvas. I even did the washi tape borders to keep everything like nice and straight, like the pros do with the washi tape. I did all of the things right. I even I sandwiched it between two pieces of wood
yeah,
with like a heating pad on it so that it
yeah.
wasn't like all wrinkly. Like I scoured the internet for all of the tips that the pros did, and I'll show you what my first part of the canvas looked like and why I created yeah. Here's I'll try to get really close to it, but right where my
It's so
finger is,
cute.
I mean, it's nice, but
Are
it's
they
not
white,
straight at all. It
white
is not
round or
straight.
square?
It's round, which helps because the image shows through on the back. But I paid $75 for my first Diamond Art Club
Oh, I
canvas,
did too.
so
Yeah,
it wasn't cheap, and so I was afraid, and I was like, oh, these are supposed to butt up against each other. Everything's supposed to be nice and tight, and I was like, there's no way that I can do that being a beginner. But I love that canvas, and I didn't want to
yeah.
mess it up.
I think
So
we all started with Timo.
I said I saw something like this in a picture and I was like, that's cool. I have these machines over here. Like I could probably make this. It's not as easy as you think. There's a lot of math in
Well,
there.
I know that.
I stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning. So about from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So about 7 hours straight sitting at my computer trying over and over and over again to get the math to work. And
Hmm.
the very first print that I did, the math worked out perfectly. And I laid it down on the canvas. Everything was nice and straight. And if I wasn't dead tired, I probably just would have worked that whole bottom row of the canvas. I was so excited that I got this thing to
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
Um, and it just
Hi,
it when I
Crispy.
saw it line up, it gave me the confidence to be like, okay, I'm not going to ruin this expensive canvas.
I know.
The next day, I posted a picture of it on a Facebook group, and somebody said, "Oh, that's cool. Where'd you get it at?" And I'm like, "I made it." And they're like, "Can you make me one?" And I'm like, "I made it for me." And somebody else
That's
is
how
like,
it
"Can you make
starts.
me one? Do you sell them? Where's your
Yeah,
store?" And I'm
yeah,
like, "Guys, I'm at work. I don't have time for this. I'm at work. I can't answer all these questions." And my phone was just blowing up. And my
yeah,
boss was like, "Do you need to take an extra lunch so you can answer all of that?"
yeah.
So I did,
You want to
and
offer it? I'm going to take
and now
it.
and now here it is, and I'm doing this thing, me and my wife, and it's been quite an adventure. So we are super excited, that we even got this far, that people are finding use for it, and that they're enjoying it. um, it's fantastic. Melanie says I can't math at all. Hey, neither
Yeah,
can I. Absolutely
girl
not.
math. Girl math.
Gabrielle, are they only for DAC? Uh, yes. The plain answer that to that question is yes.
Okay.
The secondary answer to that question we'll get into in a little bit maybe.
So
We don't
Karen
want to.
said I got similar rulers from Diamond 3D Printing Works. I am so glad you jumped into our community. So am I,
Yeah.
because I wouldn't go near a ruler. I really wouldn't.
there I had well when I was when I started looking at the various rulers that were out there. um, I saw the metal rulers first, and then I saw like the Reddit posts and the Facebook posts about how they
Yeah,
bend and kink and break, and they
they
don't
do.
line up at all, or only
And you
part of it
need to
lines
know
up.
how to do math.
Yeah.
You have to learn you have to count your canvas 50
Oh,
spaces, and then you have to measure in millimeters, and then you have to divide, and then you'll be able to know which one to
I'm
order.
not.
No, I ain't doing
I'm
that.
not. I'm not doing that. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I'm not doing that. And then there was like the somebody was like the zip ties. The zip ties are super easy. But then I was like,
What are
okay,
zip ties?
zip ties. Like what you use to like bundle cables together or something. Like
Yeah.
if you have
Well,
like
how do
yeah,
they
yeah.
work?
Well, you just take one zip tie and then you lay it down on a column, right? Kind of like how the fingers on this cover up,
Yeah.
the columns. You would lay it down on one, and then you would leave a space, and then lay it down on the next column and the next one. And so you'd make
I've
this
never heard
kind
of
of
that.
similar thing to this. But I was like, I am not laying down like 10, 15, 20 freaking zip ties to pull them up one at a time. It takes me 5 seconds or less to lay this down. By the
Has
time you pull
anybody
out
heard of that?
by the
In our
time you pull out your
community.
zip ties, I'm already done, and I'm painting before you finish laying down your zip ties. That
Oh,
like,
please.
yeah,
I'm in love with this canvas, and I'm in love with the one this is done, like, this area is done. I'm in love with it. I'm in
you
love with it. I
already
came
you
in
already
here and
knocked it out
knocked it out.
with the
So quick.
orange stripe that goes through it.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
yeah. It's
Oh
done.
cool.
I just can't touch anything on my on my phone or I'll lose you.
No, that's okay. No, Melanie
Yeah.
says that's a cool story. You keep it up. Hey, I
I never heard of a zip tie, and my community knows I'm like the tip lady. I give tips constantly. Never heard of the zip tie.
Yeah,
Oh,
Karen,
Karen
that's
did.
what I thought was that the zip ties were a bit fussy, and I'm just like, well, what if I could lay down like 20 zip ties at one time? It's like 20
Yeah.
zip ties. Like,
How
I
about
don't
it?
I don't want to do anything fussy. Like, if the goal is to make it easier, then why would you do the fussy thing to make it easier?
Somebody said post the link so I can order one. And I had it in the description. I am so afraid to touch anything on my phone. Can I type anywhere on this thing?
So,
I
let me
can't.
see. So that is, I'm gonna see live chat. All messages are visible. I don't I don't think I could chat from my phone, but I do have my computer right over here. So let me go over here to YouTube and find
Can
in
they
my
just go to the Diamond
subscriptions.
Brush at YouTube?
Um, not
Diamond Brush
not
ruler.
really, but I see you
Okay.
right there on my computer screen. And where is chat? There's the live chat.
Oh, you see, I got to get myself hooked up, man. I had a meeting yesterday, and I came in. I plugged my phone into my laptop, and the meeting was with um, on the laptop, and my phone was. I had a mess going on. I was like, "Did you ever see the little skit where the lawyer shows up as a cat in the meeting?" That was me. That was me. Do you know you're a cat?
Oh, I messed that up, guys. I put a .com at the end there. There shouldn't be a .com. It should just be coffee as in KO-FI. So KO-FI.com/ the diamond brush.
Yes, I kept
Uh,
saying Ko-fi, and Chris said,
oh, very cool story because she had a cafe and I have a coffee shop where I sell my stuff. Like it's serendipitous. It's perfect.
I kept saying, "Oh, Chris's Ko-fi is" instead of, coffee. That's what it's, buy me a coffee is one thing. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Ko-fi.
Yep. Yeah, it's Ko-fi or coffee. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
coffee, but
Exactly.
you got Kokai.
Oh, dang it. Autocorrect YouTube. Awesome. How strong
They
is my
never
whiskey?
autocorrect when you need it.
Yes, yes, exactly. But
My autocorrect always
I'm also
turns this.
typing on my keyboard at like shoulder level, so it's a bit weird.
Coffee. I just had my matcha. My matcha came
Dang it.
today from Everyday Dose.
See, I put the .com. Just leave the .com off at the very end. Okay. So I'm not gonna type it again. Somebody else, please help me out in chat. Type that.
I hate autocorrect.
Uh, yeah,
Does anybody want to admin? I'll make you
yeah.
I'll make you the admin.
It's recognizing it as a website and it's trying to put the .com on the end. But that's okay. All right. But yeah, you can find it in my Facebook profile. It listed there on all of the videos that I post on my YouTube channel. under the Diamond Brush. But if you just go to Ko-fi or
Yeah.
coffee.com/the Diamond Brush, you'll find it. It's right there. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I really appreciate it for the people who want to jump in and
Mhm.
grab one. We just added two new products to the store. When did I do that? On Tuesday? Yeah, I think I did that either Tuesday or Wednesday. But we added the Diamond Brush Minis, which
Is that
are
new?
yes. So Diamond Brush Mini is essentially just it's one half of the Diamond Brush because the Diamond Brush XW, the reason why it's named XW is because it is two sections of a Diamond Art Club canvas wide.
Right. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm over.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm
Not
measuring right
everybody
now.
wants to paint that much, but the reason why this is this wide is so that you can still complete the equivalent of one section without having to remove this thing.
Hi, Nick.
And we talked about that the other night, Elisa.
Yes.
About the working in smaller sections, and you don't have to leave the plastic there because this covers up all of the open spaces.
Yes. And I don't know who asked me today, and they said if I lay that ruler down, does it interfere with the stickiness on the fingers? Like when you pull it up, does it pull the glue up? Now I know
No,
that it doesn't, but
no,
that's one of the
I
questions.
have not had that feeling at all. And I will tell you that from our trials last night, the um, the Dreamer Designs canvases are super sticky.
Oh, right. That's right. I was on the video with you when we did that.
Yeah,
When you did
the
that. Oh my god,
the
you were like yeah,
the
they're
the
super
rulers
sticky.
for Dreamer Designs are not ready yet. They are not ready yet, but they are on the way. So
So
please be patient.
do you wanna
Here is a. I don't know which one of you ordered orange on black, but this is hot. Like this came out way better um, than what I thought it would. And here in Oklahoma, like if you're from northern Oklahoma up by Stillwater, you are
uh-huh.
an Oklahoma State University fan. So
Yes.
seeing this orange and black, this ain't just pumpkins and Halloween, baby. This is sports right here in Oklahoma.
I
So
never thought
so,
about that.
somebody is a fan of either Halloween or OSU. I don't know, but this is hot. I like this. So
Yeah,
whoever
that
ordered
is
that,
hot.
good
That
on you.
so
That's
do you when we had our video chat, do you wanna tell them how technical it
um
is, the discrepancy in Dreamer design?
Um, yes and no. So,
Okay.
um,
You don't have to.
um, the if you've used one of the metal rulers before, you know that you might start on the right. You might align it to the right or the left. For your drills. By the time you get from one side of the ruler to the other, it starts to be off in little
Right.
increments, like tenths of a millimeter, until it's like half of a diamond off, and you're like, what in the world, right? No matter how
Yep.
careful you are with the alignment. Well, that tends to happen with um, it's especially bad on the off brands like the Timu and like the kind of the really inexpensive Amazon canvases. And there's a I don't want to get stupid technical, but there's a the way that the image is rendered is it's not done like a TV does it, like straight left to right, like a printer would print it out. It's
Yeah.
done in a circle that gets larger from the middle of the canvas out to the outside. That's how it's rendered on the computer. The reason it's rendered that way is because when they put an overhead camera over the piece of artwork that they are, let's put it nicely, copying, um, that's how the camera sees and scans that image in. And so when they go to print it, the printer goes left to right, but the image is done like this. And so it causes this weird stretching. And
Mhm.
the more that you get away from the edges, the more apparent that the stretching becomes. And so there's weird math in order to figure that out. And so me and Elisa, while just having a good time and goofing off, I
Yeah.
managed to notice what the problem is and how to fix it. and so it has to get fixed in tenths of millimeters down to thousands of millimeters.
He gave it away. He said no, he didn't want to, but he gave it away. It was so and let me tell you something because you're jarring my memory. And this is what was going on that night too. We were thinking up all these different things.
Mhm,
And I don't know any of you guys that have been with me for like the past 2 years. I was saying that when I was using a multiplacer, if I went higher than a 6, I would
mhm.
lose the 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 drill would always be off. I would get each drill in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drill space,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, and 9, they were always off. I had to go back and play with them.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. It
It
just
makes sense.
the further you get away from the edge that you align, the more apparent that that error becomes. And so
Yeah,
that's why you're like, "Oh, I can only use half of the ruler in order to get things to line up." So
yeah, I
I
got it
figured out
outside this.
how to correct for that. So now it's just in the testing phase to make
Yeah.
sure that from ruler to ruler, print after print, that that small, incredibly small error never shows up.
Yes. And it is. It's like a little bit of an increment, but as you keep going over, it gets a little bit more, a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those of us that
And
love our diamond painting and are trying to
what's
relax in it.
and I don't know because of the varying quality of the more cost effective brands. I don't know if I will ever be able to truly correct for those. But for the stuff where a lot of it is hand rendered,
Mhm.
um, the software that they're using to hand render that is a lot more accurate. Mainly because it is not it's an image that they have a direct file to. That's all I'm going to say about that. it the
So
image
I
comes out better because they have an original file.
so anyone that has used one of these files, I really hope that when you get this, you give us feedback, either me or Chris, because I'm gonna wanna know, I'm gonna be haunting you. And I wonder if these diamond painting companies that are doing this hand rendering and whatever, if they would wanna team up, because 'cause you're so accurate. I mean, I can't believe how accurate this is. It's
It would
so
be
accurate.
it would be absolutely amazing to get a phone call or an email message and from either DAC or DD, and for them to go, "Hey, dude, we really like what you do, and we already have a plant that makes plastic things. Like, do you want to sign up with us and just let us take that?" I'm like, "Oh, this is an episode of Shark Tank. Great, you know."
Hi,
Great,
hands, thank you.
absolutely, because that means that I can get a wonderful tool out to more people
Yeah.
faster.
How about
That
selling it with the canvas?
if it came with the well, you'd certainly have to have a lot bigger box. um, but
Well,
I could
yeah,
definitely
what
see
about
it like in the store, like where DAC has their accessories, like their multi-placer tips and their Elizabeth Warden storage and trays and stuff like that. Absolutely, I could see this in that store where somebody would be like, "Hey, I just bought a square drill canvas. I'm nervous about keeping things lined up, or I just want a more efficient workflow," and bam, they got a tool.
so Diamond Art Club was your first canvas after a
My
Temu.
first one.
I had a Temu, and
Yep,
I didn't know anything about this craft.
I
Nothing.
didn't even. Mm,
I don't know, I did a search and boom, the world blew up, and I found Diamond Art Club. I don't even have it hanging up. I'm gonna show it's right here on the it's on the hanger. I'm gonna grab it. I bought a canvas. If you go back and look at my first Diamond Art Club canvas, I'm dancing all around the house. I can't wait to unroll it. When I unrolled it, I lost my breath. I was having a major panic attack, but I kept on talking. I was like, "Oh my god," and I didn't know it was a square. And I
oh,
went back.
did that scare you?
I
That it was
wait, hold
square?
on. Hold on. Did it scare me? I think it scares everyone. I think squares absolutely scare everyone. So mind you, I only did a Timu canvas And I was like, "Oh, I can't wait until I can get a big girl canvas, art club canvas." It comes, I'm dancing all around. This was my first square, everybody.
Oh, it's gorgeous with the gold hair. Oh, wow.
It's called the Winter Fox from Diamond Art Club,
Well,
and
at least most of it is color blocked.
I would have loved, but all right. So here we are. We're on another discussion. Color blocking is not easy, especially when you have black or white drills and squares. They're the most unforgiving. They show everything.
I would I would like to prove you wrong if you did color blocking
Oh,
with
with
the
this?
diamond brush. Hmm.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to show you another canvas. I'm coming back. We'll put this one on the floor because she's got to get hung back up.
Yeah, DAC is awesome. Tracy, Angelina, I absolutely agree with you. I just purchased my first two Dreamer Designs canvases, and they they are better than I expected. I think that the canvas material is nice. Um,
Yeah.
I don't think I would think any less of a Dreamer Designs canvas if it were the first canvas that I bought. When I searched diamond painting, because I wanted diamond paint, what I Google searched for was diamond painting large. And the first thing that came up was DAC. And I went to their website and I looked at all of the things and I was like, oh my God, these images are awesome. And the first thing that I
They are.
saw that was on there um, was, oh, I think it was called Cozy Witch,
Mm.
and it
Oh, I
was
know
this
that
kind of
one. Yeah.
an anime witch, and with kind of brown skin, and I was like, oh wow, this is so great, and it was like
Yeah, she's pretty.
$75 to get it shipped, and that one is that one is square, and then I bought a fairy, which is a big, huge, wide one. It's like 27 by 37, big image, but that one is
Mhm.
round,
Mhm.
and those were my first two that I bought, and I was like, wow, it can't get any better than this. And then I saw the what's his name, Pinson, that does the big
Oh,
landscape.
yes. Charles.
I saw
Yeah.
those, and I was like, oh my god. And then I saw
Yes,
the
she is Ivy.
the big mansion, the guy that does the mansion, but he also does the little cartoon dragons. Um,
Yes. Oh, yeah, Spangler.
yes,
Mhm.
I saw those, and I was like, oh my god, these are awesome, and I like big epic things. And I saw the one with the fire brigade, I think, from Spangler, and that thing is like 50 or 60 inches long, like it's huge. And I was like, all right, this is my one stop shop. They have like all the tools, they got everything there, and I didn't go any further past that. And then my wife comes in over the top with the elbow drop, and she's like, "Well, there's another company called Dreamer Designs." And I looked at the artwork on there, and I was like, "Eh," I was like, "Eh, it's another company. It looks the same." But I was already happy, and I was already, I had the Treasure Quest cards. I had the little app that tracks everything that I buy. I was getting points. I was in the VIP group, so I'm like, I don't need to go anywhere else.
Oh, I hear you.
I'm already in this camp. But then when people started asking, like, please, is there a DA, is there a DD
Well,
one of
I
these?
would have loved to have that. I went to Dreamer Designs Custom, and I got something out of the public domain that Gustav Klimt did. It was called Lady in,
Hmm.
hat and feather boa. Okay, so now I
Okay.
saw this when it came, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a cinch. Look at all this color blocking." Oh, okay. I almost had a heart attack. I wanted to pull my eyelashes out. This is
Oh,
all. Yeah.
310.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
And I
no.
thought I was going blind.
No, no,
Blind.
no, no,
And
no.
and they weren't lining up, and then when you go to your net, that's something else I wanted to tell you that I thought of today. When I went into my well, you're gonna have to tell them the secret that you told me, but I tried it today, and I'm like, "Okay." Because when you are doing this freehand, when you work your next row, you have demarcation lines. You could see where you start and stop, especially if you're a
Yep.
vertical diamond painter. That doesn't happen here. No. Mm-mm.
Oh no. Mm.
But tell you could give them the secret about how you should place your drills in here.
There. Okay. So um,
Beautiful, I love that.
I, this this is why I was trying to use my virtual camera from OBS because I have three camera angles that I can switch between, so I can show you different things. But
I
that's
love
okay.
that.
That's
I
okay.
love it.
So on the small one here, so these the part here, this is what I call fingers. So these are
Right.
fingers, these are voids or spaces, whatever you want to call them. So to the left and the right of each space, you should
Mhm.
line your drills up in a single column right along that space. And then on the other side, push your drills hard up against that space, right? Like walls. You're just going to push the drills into the sides and you'll leave an empty space, an empty column of drills in the middle. When you push those drills into the middle, what it does, you hear that click, that satisfying crunch, right? It's going to push and force those drills tight up against the walls,
Yep.
and you do that in each section. When you pull this off, then you'll
Mhm.
have neat little columns of three
Mhm.
drills. And now, even though the ruler isn't on the canvas, your
Mhm.
nice tight columns of drills that are laid down then become your fingers for the
Yep.
spaces in between the drills.
And it's so cool.
It doesn't matter the orientation of this. And the reason why this little bar here is at the bottom is one, it it, it kind of gives you something to grab when you need to pull this off of the canvas. The
That's true.
second thing it does is this is extremely rigid. This is one of the things I was dissatisfied with some of the other ones that I saw was like, how do you pull this thing off of the canvas
The same thing with the
without
metal ones.
without it breaking? So every single one of these that leaves the house goes through this test. 65 degrees. If it can't do 65 degrees, I make it again and then I send it to you. It has
Yep.
to pass this test multiple times in both directions. When I saw you the other night and you were taking the translucent
Yeah.
one off of the
Yeah.
canvas, you took it off the canvas on this side. I have never done that, even in testing. So I had no idea if it was going to survive that. So I was
Happy to
holding my
help.
breath like, holy crap, 1,000 people are going to see this thing break. and, it didn't break. And I
Nope.
was like, oh, thank God. Because
I'm
the
so
way that it
ginger.
should be taken off the canvas is from the rigid side. So that way it can bend like this. But you just peeled it up in
Oh,
one
I it
side,
was
and I was like, oh God. But
yeah.
but it survived.
It was fine. Oh, my other canvas fell off the floor. Scared me.
Testament to drunken engineering right there is to make something extremely durable like that. The other cool
And
thing, oh,
I want to tell Gabrielle that when you do the middle line, Gabrielle, everybody has a buddy. She said when I do my squares now, I hear that in my head. Everybody, make sure you have a buddy. Yeah, and then what else I did today too? Because I'm done with my. I'm just going to put these all down on my canvas. I took this off today and I put it this way to see if I could, and I can.
yeah, yep.
So that's something else. Gabrielle wanted. She's like, when are you going to make a vertical template? I'm like, she's laughing. I'm like, well, you could. You could
Yes.
just. You don't have to diamond paint this way. You could put it this way.
Yep.
Okay. Okay,
Um,
Gabrielle.
that is coming. And now for my first question for chat. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
First
Yeah.
question for chat, because this determines one of the next products that are coming out, and it's based on what you guys say tonight. So this is your opportunity. Are you guys ready? Angelina, I see your question. I'm not ignoring you.
Are you going to ship to Australia?
Okay, here we go.
What?
Vertical orientation. So this
Yeah.
way you can multi-place horizontally.
Right.
You see the bar here at the side? This
Yes.
becomes useless because how it's normally used is if it's on your canvas, even upside down, you can
Right.
set your tray up here as a stop, so it doesn't slide down on the table. in this orientation, it sits up there as well. Very handy if you people are painting on a sloped surface, right, like a drafting table. But
Yeah.
in this orientation, becomes useless. So what I thought is I'll just take this thick part here and just move it up to the top, right? Super simple,
Winner.
right? Nice long fingers. This is at the top. The problem is that now your tray is
You're
way
right.
up here and you might be painting down here, which completely ruins how close you can get this thing and just diamond paint very quickly from tray to the canvas, right?
Yeah.
So, what if I just removed a couple of fingers from the middle and put that bar there so your tray would just now be here? So you can paint here and then you can rotate it and you can paint and you're still at the top. It doesn't really matter the orientation.
Well, I think
So,
that there are a lot of people that use an easel and paint on a light board. And you had a great other tip too with how you were making sure that your tray did not fall.
yes, yep, very super important to make
Yep.
sure that the tray is stuck on there. What I like to do is cut the little gel sticky mats. I just cut them into strips and just put that strip right here,
Yeah.
and then my tray just sticks to that little strip of stickiness right there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
Because I thought you could just put the whole thing on there too. But that's a cool idea because you always
yep,
get them like who sent Art Dot will send them to you. You know those little sticky mats? People use them to kit up so that their bottle doesn't fall and yeah, those. Yeah.
yep. This thing. Yep.
Yeah.
You just you just take
So
this.
you cut it and put it over
You just
here.
you just slap it right on there, and then you can just slap your tray on there, and now it's on there. Well, you're never going to turn that upside down, but yes, it is on there. It's not sliding up and down. So
Yeah.
that's something you could do as well. So I love getting emails and messages in my on my coffee page. The direct messages from you guys are wonderful. With your suggestions, asking for different colors, as long as I don't get the messages at like 4 in the morning. But hey, apparently it's worldwide, even out to Australia. I still see you, Angelina. So it's
Good to
it's
know,
great
man.
that it gives me ideas.
Yeah. So Min
Trade
wants more
rests,
spaces to diamond paint.
more fingers and void spaces. She's looking for that. She's looking
Yeah.
for that 4x4. I know what she's looking for. All right.
Yeah.
She needs the where is it? I know what she needs. She is wanting one solid piece that, that looks like this. That's that's what she
Well,
wants me to print and put
that's
in the
how I have
boxes.
my canvas set up now.
She wants that in all one solid piece and just well bam, just stick that right on the canvas.
Did I lose one of mine?
Angelina, the right now it is US shipping only, unfortunately. But I am working very hard to try to figure out international shipping. I was shipping to Canada, but there was some issues with UPS stuff getting stopped in customs, and then they were asking for payment. So there is a specific way to label international shipments as like craft supplies and stuff like that that kind of gets past that. The other way to do that is instead of like 4 or 5 day
Mhm.
international shipping through UPS, I can do 2 weeks or longer through USPS. So regular postage, and then there's not really an issue. So as long as you don't mind receiving it not in a hurry, um, then you might, I might be able to get it done.
It's so crazy.
Tracy, I see you there in Canada, so I'll be trying Canada again real soon. Canada will probably be the first, followed by
I just want it.
UK, and then Australia, and then France. I think is the order that I did before. So all the stuff
Ooh.
all the stuff is there. I just have to hit the button and just turn on international shipping,
Yeah.
because as far as the order page on the coffee website, I just have to click a button and international shipping is turned on. Um, Now, for most people, when the international shipping option is there, for most people, it's going to be like $20. It's going to be like $18 to $20 for international shipping, which is
Order a lot.
it's stupid expensive, especially when you're just like, I just want this. I just want this little one. And it's like, oh, this is $7, but then you're gonna pay $20 for shipping. So what I've suggested to people who've ordered international before I stopped doing it, was just get with your friends and families, other people in your diamond painting, community, and see if they want one too, and split the shipping costs among you. Order four, five, six, 10 of these things, and then the shipping cost becomes $3 or $4. So it looks like we got quite a few people from Canada. I see some Australia there. So that
Miss
inspires me
Luther.
to want to open it up again and give it another try.
Miss
Was there a question
Luther.
about the?
Purple and teal.
Oh, so you might have noticed on the website that that color is called mermaid sometimes. And the reason why it's called mermaid sometimes is mermaid is the color, but the way that it comes off the spool is that it could end up all teal colored, it could end up purple colored, or it could end up kind of a mix of the two. So the mix of the two, like this, is called sometimes, right? So expect that most of the time when you order this, you are going to get a surprise. It's either going to be teal or purple, but sometimes you'll get this, and this
Yeah.
is this is like a special prize.
I
And
didn't
I
realize
wish
how rare
I
that
wish
was.
that I could predict that, but the only way for me to get this to everyone would be to increase the cost to a ridiculous amount, because I would be trashing like 5 or 6 of these to get one of these. So so if you get one that's like this, hey, you won a prize.
Yeah. How about it?
It
Angie,
is really pretty.
it is very pretty. One of my favorite artists is in Australia, Angie, Jane Davenport, and she was in Michael's here in the States. And I have so much Jane Davenport. I'm looking at it right now, and I think she's in Byron Bay in Australia, and I absolutely adore her. And for me, the shipping from Australia is ridiculous, but we want what we want.
So, Elisa, if you want to hold up that the pink glittery ruler,
I love this, and
so
I'm not a pink girl. And all of a sudden, I'm a pink girl.
so that's what this filament looks like when it's printed out as a ruler. So, Sandy has decided that on the next batch of these that we make, we're going to change the name from like clear translucent pink glitter, which is really dumb, to cotton candy sparkle.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
She's like a
So
little unicorn.
this color didn't go anywhere. So if you looked at the website and you're like, all right, next payday or whatever, I'm getting the clear pink glitter. It's just going to be called cotton candy glitter. So that's what that is. So it really is a lot of fun to see how the same item comes out of the printer,
Right.
um, for different items. It is kind of cool.
It is. So you're
Yes,
working on Dreamer Designs, and will you ever do a ruler for a round?
rulers for rounds. Yes and no. And I know I say that a lot, but there is a reason why. You guys remember me talking about the heck, did my wife trash that? Maybe I threw it in the trash because I was frustrated with it. Um, the the DAC round and the DD round, because their canvases are more consistent, they're easier to create for.
Yeah.
So it probably wouldn't be very long until I had a DAC round. Um, Dreamer Designs might be even longer still, but probably
Yeah.
not too much longer after that. But if it is for Timu slash Amazon slash 5D art painting, one of those kinds of painting companies, I
Thank you, Ava.
I probably it would be long after the other ones, to
Yeah.
put it like. Oh
I'm
yeah,
finding
she put it up there. Thank you so much for doing that.
I'm finding it so hard to diamond paint Curtis Reikovich's Daydreamer Mermaid, which was from 2023, maybe 2024. There's so much gapping, and
Mhm.
I think I'm out of the event. I think I'm out of Mermaids and Magic because I just don't even want to do it. It's,
Oh, that's now that's horrible. So let me show you what Elisa's talking about. I wish I could have a top down
they are
camera so that I could show you.
only for the new Diamond Art Club square kits. This ruler.
Hey, you said that perfectly. Awesome.
Yeah, well, I'm reading
Yeah.
it.
Yes. I've had to become a bit forceful in the wording and the descriptions on my website just to make sure, like, put a lot of things in all caps just to make sure people
You have
understand,
to
like.
put a square.
I need to draw a square around it, put a round with an X through it, like, no.
It was in the heading of my video, and people were still asking.
So I don't know if people have seen this. Elisa, you it seemed like this was new to you as well.
Yeah,
So
I've
on
seen them give kits away.
Yeah, so Dreamer Designs on Facebook. So my wife got this, and they're like, "Oh, we'll send you a free diamond painting to try out. Um, as long as you pay us $14 for shipping." Like, how is that free? Like, the whole thing is literally $14. But you know, whatever. I respect the hustle, Dreamer Designs. Um, so the first time that I took a ruler and put it down on this canvas, it was so ridiculously far off that I was like,
So bad.
there's no way. There's no way. And I just wanted to take the canvas and like throw it up against the wall. I'm like, it's not gonna work. It's not even worth trying. Like, it was off. Okay, so to give you an idea, Elisa,
Maybe one of
um,
those mesh rulers will work on those.
possibly. But you know where it goes for quite a ways, where it's still on point, and then it starts to fall off, right? This falls off by like the third finger.
Ugh,
That's how inconsistent it is. So it doesn't even make it halfway across the ruler, and it sure as
ugh.
heck won't get anywhere on this, right? But when I tried it on Wildflower, I'm like, oh well, that's a tiny bit off. That's maybe the drill size is inconsistent. That's how tiny it is off. So
Yeah,
this, whatever this is old. This is really old. Their
yeah,
new canvases, much tighter, much more consistent,
much
much
tighter.
easier to work with.
The
And
new ones are so tight. They're
yeah.
so tight. They're not tight to where they're popping, which I'm happy
Mhm.
about, but I was
Yeah.
getting pain in my arm, and I was just getting so frustrated. Now, what was it? Lilac here is also from Dreamer Design, Curtis Reikovich, the girl in purple, and all of those drills are different sizes, and I thought that that's
What?
maybe the way
Um.
Dreamer Designs wanted it, because I
mm,
love it. The AB drills are bigger and the white drills are bigger than the rest of the canvas, and I thought it just gives it nice texture.
Yeah.
Uh, but I see a lot of gapping in this one, especially. This one, so much gapping, so much. Like, I can see it from here. It's
Now
terrible.
I did see a couple of comments on your YouTube videos that reference the gapping, even with using the ruler, and and you had made some comments about it's not the ruler, it's not the painting, it's the drill size. Um, I I can confirm that. So you're talking about hundredths of a millimeter in drill size, but when you're working with 30, 40, 50, 60 drills, those hundreds add up, and then your tenths of millimeters, which is about the size of your gapping, is about tenths of millimeters. So that's why you don't see gapping around all sides of every single drill, but you'll see it kind of scattered around, and it's especially noticeable when you're looking at it on a light pad.
Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
when you hang it up on a wall in standard household lighting, that's it's not an issue.
That's the one that I see it the most. That's the one.
In that particular one, is it the oldest one you have?
I
One of
think
the
so.
oldest?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I agree, Tracy. The black drills are terrible from Dreamer Designs. They're horrible. They're horrible. And if you look at them in the tray, they all have different facets on them, which I don't understand. Like, why isn't there only just one faceting on the drill? They seem to be like they seem to be like all different cuts of black drills. Like, I absolutely see a difference in size in Dreamer Designs black drills. Yep,
Now, one thing that I
it
noticed
does, Yvonne.
while I was kitting up Wildflower from Dreamer Designs today was that there was I wouldn't say a lot more, but there was noticeably more trash in the drill packets than
Mhm.
there was in the couple of DACs that I've kitted up. Now, because
Yeah,
I haven't
a lot
kitted
of
up
trash.
30, 40, 50 different kits like some of you have, um, I may just be witnessing an anomaly and just my unlucky self. But it just stood out to me like there was little slivers of plastic just everywhere. And I'm like, these aren't beads. These are, but they weren't
Yep.
tabs either. They weren't tabs like they are on Timu paintings where it's like there's a noticeable little tab hanging off of a round drill. But I was certainly like, yeah, there was some junk left in the tray that I had to throw out.
Well, Tracy, you got an old Dreamer Design that I know. I think Dreamer just if it was before November of 2024, you have an old canvas. And I love Curtis too. And I want Sacred Heart, and even if it's an old canvas, I'm gonna do it. Because I love Sacred Heart that he has.
Ange, you know what? Go ahead and kit them bad boys up. Paint them,
Yeah.
paint them. Have fun with them. Don't be scared of something. Paint them because what I told my wife when she got her little metal rulers to use with her Timu painting, and she is actually super satisfied with her metal rulers with her painting. She's showing me the canvas where she was doing it freestyle before and showing me with the rulers, and I'm like, it is noticeably
It's like
better with
that.
the little metal ruler. And she's like, I don't have the issue with them popping off of the painting.
No,
She's
they
like,
don't.
I don't know what these people are having a problem with. She's having a good old time. So to her, it doesn't matter. She's going to continue to use those rulers. But she understands now that once the painting is hanging up on the wall and it's 10 feet away from your eye, all of those colors and all of those thousands of drills just mesh together, and then it's a non-issue. So
Yeah.
I would say don't be scared to kit those up. Bust them out, kit them up, have yourself a blast, and make a
Get one
beautiful
of the
painting.
mesh rulers. I'll teach you how to find a mesh ruler for your design, and you'll be okay. If that's what you gotta do, it's what you gotta do.
Yeah, that's I was talking it over with my wife about the rounds because she's like, you get so many people asking about the rounds, and you're so adamant that you don't want to do the rounds, and you don't want to make a round ruler. And I said, honey, go on YouTube right now and find me a round ruler video where one of these top YouTube content creators for diamond painting is talking about how wonderful and great and how much they like to use a round ruler from Amazon, one of these metal rulers. And she's like, I can't, they're all like 3 or 4 years old. I'm like, yeah, because nobody uses them for a reason. They're not accurate. They break easily. They kink and bend and warp. And then you need like 15 of them because
And
that's
they're
how many.
expensive.
Yeah, they're like $6 or $7 for a couple of them or three of them or whatever. You're gonna go
Yeah.
through them like you're gonna go through like 3 packs of them through one painting, and it's inefficient to use. It costs money. You can't use it over again. Like there's just, and I know with me saying that, there's going to be one person who's going to be like, I love them. That's my wife. She can go have a seat. You know, It's
I can't
and
believe
I
you're
and I,
printing rollers and she's using mesh ones.
yes, and I'm just and she's like, you would make so much money if you made this, and I'm just like, I am not going to make 15 versions of round rulers so that somebody can order one and go, I didn't get the right one for my weird can't from whatever company made it, that you ordered from. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'll turn myself into a customer service agent and I'll no longer be making rulers. I'll just be explaining to people that you got a different canvas. It's not going to work with that one. I'm sorry. And it
Yeah,
just, but with the more that I work with the Dreamer Designs and the DAC canvases and create things, um, and experiment with the rounds on their canvases, I see some consistency there that I can work with. But
yeah.
for the other kind of off brand one, I just it,
Would it still have fingers or would it have holes?
no, it would definitely have fingers on it. Now
Okay.
that leads to another problem in that you can
Bye, Yvonne.
get, like, if I made one of these and it was, say it was only one drill wide, so it would be perfectly straight up and down, right? Because it's only one drill wide. And the next void space was one drill wide. Well, that accounts for the straightness of the column, but going across the ruler, if you don't get the drill in each space at the same vertical height, you're going to have waviness. So they'll be perfectly straight up and down, but
Oh,
they'll
but
be
not across.
wavy horizontally. And the only way you can do that is to put a finger in every single one. It just becomes inefficient to use because you've covered up so much of the canvas that you can't put drills down. Um,
Yeah,
and it takes forever. It would take forever to print one, at least
yeah.
3 times long to print it. It just it doesn't. Hey, Yvonne, thank you so much for hanging out. Have a great night.
Have a good night, Yvonne. Hi, Jay Lily. So let
So
me ask you, how long does it take to print one?
to print one of these is about an hour and a half
Oh,
to
okay.
make one. So
One.
it's not
Wow.
it's not too bad, but it certainly take when you've got 50 or 60, like we have, it can take a while. And this machine here, which was the first machine that we had, was only able to print one at a time. So if we had 20 orders, I mean that's 32 hours or so
Yeah,
of just constantly running this machine and hoping that every single print comes out perfect and you don't have to reprint anything.
right.
Um, so then we decided to swipe the credit card before we had money from sales. We decided we're going to need it. So we swiped the credit card on a larger machine that could print three at a time. And
Oh,
it was awesome, but I ignored the warnings in the YouTube videos from the YouTube reviewers who were like, this machine jams up, it gets stuck a lot and all that. But it was it was a machine that was in our price range that could produce the amount that we wanted in the speed that we wanted. So I swiped the card and I was like, please don't let it be a lemon unit like all of these other reviewers. Because those reviews were from like 4 or 5 months ago. And
yeah,
it was working perfectly. And we were like, oh, yes, this is so awesome. And then it just downhill. And I was spending 30 hours trying to fix it and keep it running versus the 3 or 4 hours that it was working. So we just sent it back to Amazon like Tuesday or Wednesday,
oh,
uh,
wow.
and that was 2 grand worth of
Wow.
machine that we're hoping to get back in a refund. So then we decided to spend darn near twice that on a machine that prints one less, but it's from the same company and same brand as
Any
our
faster?
first machine. And so for my wife, that's a big convenience factor because she runs these machines. So the
Right,
software is the same, the way you interact with them on the computer is the same. And so far, the reliability, the thing runs like a friggin' Tonka truck. No matter
right,
what I do to it, it just
right,
produces flawless print
right.
after print. So it's probably going to pay for itself rather soon, which is like, thank goodness. But the most
Yeah,
important thing is that this thing has to be on point. If it's off, then the whole thing goes down the
Yeah.
drain,
Oh,
and I let you
absolutely.
guys down. So it's
Yeah.
absolutely worth the money
Yeah.
for us to spend to produce a product that's not subpar, because I want it
Yeah.
to be the best for you guys. So
Yeah.
I really like that you guys appreciate that. So thank you very much. Well,
Angelina wants to see a printing process.
um, so this thing, just this by itself, the way that it's printed, is 4.5 hours.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I am not. Just this is 4.5 hours.
3D
Yep.
printing was so fast. Wow.
No,
Wow.
when you're looking at it fast, you're looking at that time lapse video. But this is 4.5 hours. So for anybody wondering why that tray set costs what it costs, I make no apologies for that, because this is printed on the small machine at 4.5 hours, and the rest of the tray set. So the tray, the
Uh,
plugs, and the three plates and the lid are all printed together on the big machine, and that print is just over 5 hours.
and that's one order.
And that's one order, which ties up both of our machines for almost 6 hours.
Wow. I had no idea.
So the reason why they're priced like that is because I, I gotta get the money out of them to make up for the other stuff that I'm not printing. Plus, if that print were to fail, then I have to restart the process, and that's another 6 hours. So that's also why they're in limited quantities on the website. There's only like, I think there's maybe 6 available now,
And
and
the wall
that's
is nice and high.
oh yeah, yeah, it's
The wall's nice and high. Yeah. There's like no rough edges. It's really smooth.
yeah,
Yeah. Wow. And this has like a little, and they're just like so smooth. They're so nice to hold in your hand too. Like I feel
mhm,
like I'm clumsy. I feel like I got this. I got
yeah.
it.
It's fantastic. I'll show you. So you guys remember that the cotton candy, right?
Yeah.
If you want to hold that up,
Oh
this
wow.
is that tray in cotton candy.
Oh,
This
it's so
looks
pretty.
more lavender,
Yeah.
right? So it is the same color, just the way that it comes off of the spool. Because when you look at
So
the spool, look at the different tones of color. Some
oh
of it is
yes.
pink, some of it is lavender.
Yes, Jay Leely. He's on Instagram.
So partially see through as
Oh,
well.
that's nice.
So it really cool, fits together, nice and tight. That lid ain't coming off there.
Oh yeah, no, the lid don't come off.
Yep.
You can
Somebody
actually
actually
hear it
ordered
snap.
the glitter one, and this is how they're going to receive
That's
it.
cute.
So it'll be a mermaid holder with a glitter tray, glitter plugs, and then the white plates.
That's cute. I really like
So
that.
very, very pretty. I'm excited to send that one out the door. So
Cotton
usually
candy's going
if
out the
I
door.
if I make a tray, I usually print it overnight while we're asleep, and then
Oh.
I wake up in the morning to it.
So you don't really have to be on top of it watching it, or do you?
No, and my phone alerts me if there's some sort of error. And both of these printers, if it detects an error, which is the reason why they're expensive, if it detects an error, it won't keep going. It will just park the print head in the corner and kind of put itself in a pause mode, and it'll send me a text message like, hey, big boy, you want to come see this? Do you want me to keep going or not? And
So
that that's good even when we're at work. So
oh,
we still make prints even because we both work. I work a full-time job. My wife is semi-retired, and I'm hoping that this will allow her to be mostly retired.
yeah, yeah. So when are you gonna
She's
start making pens?
well, it's funny that you say that.
No, I was
Um,
only kidding. No,
this
you're
pin is
kidding me.
so this pin is 3D printed. Um, and the filament that it is made out of is this stuff here, which is ridiculously expensive. This is $50 a roll. whereas most of the stuff I use is between 20 and 30. But this is carbon fiber, the same thing they make race cars out of.
Are you kidding me?
So this pin is about half the weight of a pin made out of this. This pin has a kind of, it's smooth, but it's grippy. Even in my wet, sweaty palms that I'm looking at right now, this pin feels dry to the touch. So if
I
you
love
have
my
sweaty
3D printed pen.
hands when you're painting, this cures that without the need for some sort of cushion or sponge or grippy
A
material on
grippy.
here. Yeah,
Yeah.
this cures that half the weight. It's yeah, it's a thing of beauty.
Oh,
But
okay. That's
I
great,
don't
Jay Lee. I saw Shay was back today. I saw her a little bit. So I think you're going to end up on the Black Friday list, Chris.
Black Friday. What's that? Oh,
Well,
does
Jay
anybody
Lee
need one of
does this.
these?
Yeah, they're the for their art dot containers. Jay Lee does a spreadsheet of all distributors who they put on the Black Friday list for shopping. Yep.
Now you have a
Do you use
funnel.
a funnel with that or no?
No, you did. This
No need
is the
for a
funnel.
funnel
This is the
because the
funnel.
funnel,
It's all one piece.
the
So
funnel, the drills stick to them.
no, they don't. No, they don't. I just spent almost 3 hours kitting up 62 of these tubes using only this funnel.
Oh, I know, but when you get an art dot system and they give you a silicone funnel, the drills
Oh,
stick to them.
oh yeah, no,
It's
that's yeah.
terrible.
I used that funnel one time and I was like, nope, nope, I'm printing this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a 3D printed pen. It's my rain stick. That's 3D printed.
yeah. You told me about that. That sounds so awesome.
Oh wait, I
Out
should
of
have
my
told you.
out of my league to make, but it sounds like it's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know how she does it, honestly.
I have not tried it on Elizabeth Ward containers, but those are kind of like squares and rectangles. So this is only made for that round tube to slot into it. But there are versions of it that do fit Elizabeth Ward containers. So that's one of those things. Go to my coffee store and send me a direct message, send me a comment, post it on the front. I do a poll and about every 2 or 3 weeks, I put a poll up asking you guys, hey, what do you want to see next? That's your opportunity. Hit me up. If you want to buy it, then chances are I probably want to make it.
So
So,
I'll let you hear it. I bought the topper too. This is like a little topper that goes on the pen.
is that a coffee cup?
Yeah. But
Oh,
do you
how
hear the
nice.
it's
Yeah,
so relaxing when you're diamond painting. I llove it.
isn't that
So that's
cool?
my it's really light too.
Yeah,
I don't know how
nice.
she gets them in there. How does she get them in there? Because if it's already
Um,
printed,
there's a couple of ways that you can do that. So most 3D printers, you can tell it to stop at a certain layer height, and it will just stop printing. So it's printed hollow and it's printed circular, what they call vase mode. And so it's printed hollow, so you can tell it to stop halfway through the print, and then you
I will
just
put the
pour in your beads, and then you tell it to resume printing, and it just finishes the print and caps it off.
yes, this is hollow.
Hmm?
This is
That's
hollow.
part of what makes it really light.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she makes these like little toppers. I just got it because it was coffee, but it's not going to stay on there because I need my multi-placer. I think we covered.
I need the funnel, Chris. Is it on the website? No, it is a lot of what you guys are seeing tonight is stuff that I'm just playing around with. Um, Mainly because I'm so busy um, just trying to fill the orders for the three different products that I sell right now. And because we started selling the the minis, so the half size as opposed to only the XW, like it's almost to the point where like we almost need a third machine dedicated
Oh
to
my
heat.
god.
it's
Oh my
it's
god.
and we've only been selling these for 3 days, and we're already considering a third machine, just so that we can dedicate it to these. Because if the tray sales go up to the point where I have to print more than one a day, so I can't print it overnight and and just leave it and just be like, oh, just print one a day. Yeah, that it's we're gonna tie up a single machine just for trays, and we're gonna tie up a machine just for these, and we
And
still got to print these.
Angelina wants hers customized.
um,
Oh
so
my
so right
gosh.
now there's not an option for customizing the name on the ruler. So if you've been to some of the other Etsy stores, anytime that you ask for customization, the wait time instantly goes up to like 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh
and
yeah.
so I really don't want to do that to you guys. For customization. Either it be a custom combination of colors or putting a name on it or something like that. And the
Hmm.
reason why I don't have that option is because I'm more function over form. I want to get the tool into your hands, so that you can use it for its intended purpose. But eventually, I feel like I am going to have to give in some way, in some fashion, to some sort of customization. I just want to make sure that I'm able to do it efficiently at that time. So sorry to make you guys wait for that, but that's the honest reason why, is because
I've
I
never
times to be longer.
I've never gotten a Muni made because the shipping is so long, but I know that when people order them, they order 5 or 6 at a time.
Oh
They love
goodness. Oh,
her drill, and they'll wait, and I know that even Katie from Diamond and Washi, she when she's like, "Wait, I think your number has to come up or something." Does anybody know about that? Like, when
oh,
your number comes up, it's like, "Okay, what do you want?" And then you still have to wait.
it's a
So,
lottery system then. Oh wow.
people are gonna wait. So, I mean, I if I couldn't wait for this and I got a crappy one, then I would be kicking myself that I spent even more money, but this I would wait for, being that I have one, I would wait for, the next product because I know it's accurate. I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, I can get it faster from somebody else," but then it's just crap.
Wait,
How do I get on the Black Friday
Tracy
list? I think it's only for sellers, Crispy.
Tracy waited 2 years for a Muni. Is that what you're
What?
talking?
You
Holy
waited 2
crap!
years?
And then you didn't do it. Oh wow! So you did the
So
lottery system for 2 years. Your name came up, and then you didn't. Oh wow!
I don't think it's a lottery. I think it's just like you get on a waiting list. It's kinda like getting an Hermes bag. It's
Oh no,
it's
an
like an
Hermes
Hermes
bag
bag.
is not. Yeah, an Hermes bag is not worth that kind of. Ooh. Somebody wanted.
No,
I guess
no.
you're asking where I ship from. I ship from uh, uh, Central America, United States of America, Oklahoma. That Central America. Mm.
Wow, Tracy, waiting all that time? I mean, like, I don't know if it's the fact that 'cause this is what happens sometimes when it's you can't get it and you want it, and then it's like, it just becomes bigger than it actually is. Are the trays like, I love my Firefly tray, I love this tray, I love my new tray, but out of all the trays that I've tested in 2 years, my Firefly took the worst beating. I use that one every day, and now I use this one.
Mm.
Yep, can get a tray with a diamond. Wait, you can get a tray with a diamond painting on Muni May. I bought one from D-Slash, they're okay, not great. I got the large one. That's what I mean, like, is it just like the frenzy? I was like, "Well, I went this long without if I don't need it." That too, that too. If you gotta wait that long, but I'm imagining when you're telling us the print time, she probably can't keep up with production. And then if this is something that you're doing because you need some extra cash and not because you're gonna parlay it into something else, then
Yeah, it's the wait times can get out of hand. If you look on the website for the trays, the shipping time to your door is different for the trays than they
yeah.
are for the rulers. It's about 3 to 5 days longer for the trays, and it's because we typically make one per day. for the trays.
You know what's deceiving about this too?
Oh
Because
no,
I
I'm
know
not
it's
deceptive. I'm very straightforward.
no, I know it's large,
Yeah.
right? But when I put my tray in fact, I had it in backwards throughout the whole time I was diamond painting. I had it the wrong
Yes.
way. um, it's actually it's deceiving. It's actually there's so much more that you can hold in here than you visually see. Like I have a lot of drills that I could put in here
Yeah.
and still have room. I'm like, I didn't realize it held so many drills.
Yeah. It's. I was surprised. So how that trade came apart. So it came to be. Just so that I'm transparent with you guys. So there are some things that I make myself, that I design myself, like like the ruler. There are other things that someone has already done way better than I can possibly do, but they are not accessible to 90% of people out there. Um, so I work with some people, in the 3D printing community. Most of the things that you see out there have a non-commercial license, which means that, you have probably seen, because I know I've seen these trays with this logo on it, and sometimes you'll see it with the little diamond painting logo, on the side. These trays have a non-commercial license, so I can make them for myself, but I cannot sell them to you guys. Or I could do what a lot of sellers do and just ignore that, kind of like pirating a movie, and just sell it anyway, because the original creator probably doesn't have the funds or the legal team to fight back for somebody stealing their design. And I
Mm,
surely would not want somebody to do that to me.
mhm,
So I abide by the honor system, and I
mhm,
do not sell these.
mhm.
But the where is it? The guy who designed this tray allows for commercial sales of his design. It's a beautiful design. And when I was thinking up various ways, like what would be the ultimate tray that has all of the features: large, high walls, good durability, a spout located in a place that makes sense for most people who are right handed, like myself. Sorry, left handers. And then I saw the holder and the plate system that goes along with it. And there's actually even another piece that will allow you to mount this at an angle on your desk, even if you're not using a sloped desk. The reason why you would want that is so that you can pick your drills out easier instead of going over the top. You can kind of poke at them like this. Um,
Right.
when I saw all of that, and he just wants people to enjoy the design and was like, go for it, man. When I messaged him, I was like, heck yeah, this is the best design tray that I have ever seen. And I cannot wait to
Yeah.
share it with people who don't have any other way to access it. So that is why, um, some designs take me a really long time to do, because I'm designing them and trying to perfect them myself, or I'm trying to work out an agreement to make sure that the person who originally designed it is acknowledged, for their work, just like I would want to be acknowledged for my work.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a few I've been involved in a few different mediums where there's angel companies, they're called, and they allow you to use their designs where you can use them commercially, and they're called angel companies. But
Mhm.
this tray here with all the dots on it,
Isn't it great?
if you mix your drills together, which I eventually do, I once mixed navy blue, brown black, and 823939 and coffee ultra dark all together. And I
Ooh.
sat there. I sat there with an aligner. I put it on a piece of marble, and I was like, "Okay, guys, this is going to be my meditation." And I sat there. So I don't know how I did. I should just threw them all away. But
Did
if
you
you
did you
mix
do it
it,
on a video? I want to go back and watch that.
oh yeah, I did on a video. Yeah, just look it up. I think it's called meditation time or something. I don't know. But if you mix your drills up, you could pour them in here, and then you can easily pick them out. Like if I mix, say, it's always two colors that look alike. These two colors, look at them how similar they are.
Yeah.
I would just pour it. You poured one into the other, so there's not that many of the one that you poured in. You could pick them out
Mhm.
easily, or you could diamond paint two colors at one time if you can keep it straight in your brain. But I was telling Chris that I diamond paint diagonally with these. I'm going to do it this week. I diamond paint diagonally when I actually pick up with a multi-placer, and the spacing is perfect so that if you're doing something, you know how you do a coaster and they're never really in line. I put
Oh yeah.
one down and I'm able to turn and keep dropping, and I can multi-place like a coaster or a bookmark or any of those other little, like my DAC Sparkle Pals. Lisa wouldn't be
Ah.
that Lisa, wouldn't that be great for your wait, wouldn't that be great for J Wall canvas? Oh, yeah. I mean, absolutely. I mean, if you're a
Oh,
daughter,
anything confetti heavy. Oh yeah, that's the jam.
but your
That's
confetti
the
heavy ones, bye, Ange.
where did that go? I'll be right back.
She's she's so funny. Say hi to my friend Jane in Byron Bay. Who did you order from, Tracy? And Jules and Lorraine, while Chris is taking a break, I wanted to let you know that I did look up other companies that have multiple diamond paintings in sets. Um, Diamond Art Emporium does, and there were a ton of them on Amazon, including Diamond Dots, the one with the diamond art. What are you doing? Are you gonna mix those together? Why are you
Oh
tormenting
God, no.
yourself? Don't torture yourself.
So that's 2/3 of a tube that I just put in there. So just to give an idea of
Oh, I
how
know, there's so many.
how much that holds, but the way that the lines
Oh,
on your
nice.
work are so they are so good, especially if you're a multi-placer. I mean, that just look at all that. I mean, you could just four place, you know, 10 minutes. That's easily ten minutes of four place and just a little bit of shaking and you're you're right back in it.
4 is starting to be my favorite
Yes.
multi-placer.
Look at that. Every spot just full of four.
Yeah,
Darn,
4 is
darn near
starting to be
perfect
like
every time.
Jules and Lorraine, I'll post all those companies tomorrow. Oh, that's not good. If you're tracking something that doesn't move, maybe it's lost.
I don't know.
And you're fast too, Tracy. Maybe I should give up. She was my friend today this morning. She was in a good mood. My Diamond Art Club.
Is that an
She was
eight
in a good
placer?
mood today. Hmm?
Is it an
Yeah,
eight
this
placer?
I think so. She doesn't like me some days.
Hmm.
Yeah, oh, yeah. She's temperamental.
That's too bad.
I like my skinny placers from Star or on Amazon. They're always sold out. There has to be a reason why. They're
Hmm.
always sold out, and when they come in, I buy them. Works a lot better with your ruler than my uh, DAC. Who do you use for a
Okay.
multi-placer?
Well, my my eight placer and my I've got an eight placer and a four placer from DAC, the stainless steel non-threaded versions, and then everything else that I have is carbon fiber that I 3D printed.
He's putting his own placers. I
If
gotta
I
do
can make
something for myself.
if I can make it, I'm not gonna pay for it.
Hi, Barbara. Yeah, sure.
You know, I am a bit I'm bummed out right now.
Why?
You want to know why? Well, for two reasons. One, because I have been holding up my hands for 1 hour and 24 minutes, and nobody has said anything about my beautiful chocolate moa cat's eye glitter fingernails. Not one single not one single mention. And that is a shame. That is
Is
a
it
shame.
color changing?
It is so gorgeous, especially out in the sunlight. Like I caught myself. So funny story. I, I walked out from the nail salon and it was a nice sunny day, and I this is only my second nail salon visit ever. And even the reason why I started going to the nail salon was because I was trying to do diamond painting videos, and like the 4K on my camera is like, mwah. But when I watched the video back, I'm like, whose nasty raggedy cuticles is that shown in 4K? I'm like, oh heck no. So so my wife was like, yeah, you're going to the nail salon with me. And I'm like, I am not getting, like, what man does that? Do you see this mustache? This is not, no, I'm not doing it. She's like, they'll clean up your cuticles. They'll give it a little buff. They'll give them a little trim. They'll just look nice. So they won't look like trash on stream. So I'm like, fine, I'll go do that. So I'm sitting there and I'm like one of the other husbands that are there, like holding the purse, all sad and lonely, waiting for their wife to get done with her mani pedi. And the guy comes over and he's like, number 52, that's you. And I'm like, me? What? I'm like, oh God, now it's my time. And I can feel the other guys looking at me like, really, bro? But whatever. I go over, I'm gonna get him cleaned up. Fine. And the girl comes over and she's got like this little basket of like cards with all these like different colors on it. And she's like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
color are you gonna get? And I'm like, what color? What are you talking about? I'm like, no, just make this look better. She's like, yeah, we're gonna make it look better. What color? And I'm just like, oh my God. And then she's like, do you want gel or this? And then she was
Oh,
asking me
yeah.
all,
The
and
upsell starts as soon as you
I
sit
don't
down.
I don't know what all of this stuff is. And I'm just like, okay, can you make it shiny? Because I'm like, I've seen my wife put on like nail hardener at home, you know? So I'm like, yeah, just like clean it, make it shiny. And she's like, shiny, shiny, yes, I can do shiny. So I'm like, great. By the time I noticed, because they are very good, it's relaxing, comfortable chair. I'm chilling. Somebody brought me over some kind of orange drink. Wasn't a mimosa, but it was nice, you know. And I'm having a good time, and she had index finger and thumb done in like this deep blue color with like a tinge of purple. And she was like, "You like it?" And I'm just like, "I guess I have to because it's already on there." Like, I'm just like, and she's like, "It really looks pretty." And I'm like, "You're not wrong." And she's like, "We should do the other ones." And so then I'm just like, you know what? Fine. Let's
I'm laughing at
let's
my members.
let's do it. Let's go ahead and do the other. So she did the hand, and then I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh, it's really nice. And then I'm like, well, I can't go to work with just one hand. So I'm like, fine, just do the other
Oh,
one.
yeah.
And then
Oh,
I'm
yeah, of
looking
course
at
you
them, and
do.
I'm like, my fingernails and my hands have never looked better. And I was like, okay, cool. So when I went back this week, I was like, all right, I'm not gonna get something so contrasty with my skin tone, like a dark blue. So so I was like, all right, I'm gonna get something. And I saw this, it was from the fall collection because everyone else that was in there, because they were busy, was getting like Easter colors, like pink
Right.
bunnies
Yeah, yeah.
and like
Oh,
light
yeah.
blue and stuff. And I'm like, I am not doing that, not doing that. But then I walked past the little counter where they have all the cards. You know when you're not gonna do something, but then you see that one thing and you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
well,
It's your inner child. It wants to
maybe.
play.
And I was like, it's a little bit of sparkly glitter, but what my brain said was this looks like cinnamon toast crunch. I don't know why. It's like dark chocolate with gold sparkle. And then one of the ladies was like, "Oh, you like it?" I was like, "Yes." And she was like, "Oh, it's a magnet." And she was,
I
trying to
would miss
explain to
my
me how to do it.
magnet nails.
As soon as she said magnet, I was like, that sounds like a magic trick. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So we did it. We did the thing. I went out in the sun and I almost got my man card pulled by another dude because I went outside. The sun was shining, and the first thing I did was go.
Yeah. You're
And he
supposed to go
saw me,
like
and he
this.
comes back, and he's like, "I'm gonna need to see your man card." And I
Yeah.
was just like, I didn't even know what to say. I just put my hand down, and he's like, "I'm just messing with you." He's like, "They look good." And I was just and everywhere I
But
go, people are like, "That looks so amazing. Is that cat eye or whatever?" And so
I
I have
love
to
cat eye
explain
nails.
this story. And now I'm just like, I think I'm looking forward to going back to the nail salon next week.
Of course. I
Like,
can't stand when my nails aren't on and I'm doing something. I'm like, oh, ugly hands."
well, let me ask y'all a question because like they don't at least at this nail salon, they don't paint all the way to the cuticle. So
Yeah.
it seems to look like a couple of and my wife says my nails grow really fast, but it seems to me like my nails look like they've already grown out and it's like a couple of days after I got it done. Are they doing that on purpose so that I go back sooner? Or do they really just not supposed to go all the way to the cuticle? Like
See what the next
what's
girl does.
what up with that?
See
You
what the
know?
next girl does.
So
Jules, what do
well
you think?
I had two different girls. So the navy blue girl and then the cinnamon toast crunch girl, they both did my fingers the same. So maybe that's
Mm.
the salon policy. I don't know. I
I've
was like,
seen them. I forget maybe it's called a Russian manicure or something. They polish the whole finger. Did you ever have you
what?
ever seen that? They polish the whole finger and then they come
Why
in with
would I have
cuticle.
ever seen that?
Yeah, and they come in and then they clean all the way around, and your manicure must last forever because it's right up to the cuticle. Just tell
Wow.
them, I painted all the way. He's still
Yeah.
running. Jules and Lorraine are a riot. They diamond paint together and they build epic Lego systems.
Oh god, my wife has started her newest Lego set, which if y'all are familiar with Lego, she started the
It's big.
Natural History Museum, and it's like
Oh,
three
well,
stories tall. It's ridiculous, and she's like, I'm gonna come back to diamond painting, but it's like I got to do my Legos right now. So I'm just like, okay, honey.
oh, because, Lorraine and well, Jules, uh, they do these epic scenes. It's incredible. And your wife, I think they all do get to you by come back soon. I'll come back. I always paint or glue my nails on slightly under the cuticle. Yeah, I do too. Um, but, your wife fits right in here with this crowd. She does what kind of Lego system does she do?
My wife,
Yeah.
uh, she she's big into like the architecture stuff. So like the buildings and the houses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So she did the botanical gardens
Oh,
and she
wow.
did the Tudor corner. She has Notre Dame in the corner still in the box. She's got the
I
Himeji, the
think Jules
Japanese
and Lorraine
castle.
did Notre Dame.
She's also got is it Van Gogh who did the sunflowers?
Oh, wow. I didn't
She's
know
got
Lego was this progressive. Like, holy
she
cow.
had that one. Um,
Oh, how cute. Tracy's
and
husband built her. I
what?
think Jules and Lorraine did.
Sesame Street? Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome. That
that
is
is
awesome.
cute. But I think
Me and my
Jules and Lorraine did Notre Dame.
mm.
They did. They did it. Yeah.
Well, see, I ordered this 7 foot wide standing desk, and I'm hoping to encourage my wife because the desk is so much bigger than this desk that I'm sitting at now, is which is my diamond painting desk. Um, that she'll sit at the desk with me, and so that we can both talk on camera or build Lego
Oh, yeah.
sets on stream or whatever, and we can just kind of share our love of kind of crafty hobbies together on stream. And she's like, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to talk to these people. But I'm like, these people are cool. Like, like these people are active and talking, and they're not drunk like the people I normally
Um,
talk to. Well, I don't know if they're not drunk. Maybe y'all are all drunk. I don't know. But y'all are cool.
you have to get in touch with Jules and Lorraine. It says Jules and Lorraine diamond painting and Lego, and see some of their creations. And they do them together. They diamond paint together. They Lego
Wait, is that
together.
actually a channel? Like it's called Diamond
Yes.
Painting and Lego?
Jules and
What?
Lorraine, diamond painting and Lego, yes. They built an entire Tim Horton coffee shop because Lorraine's mother loved, Tim Horton coffee. I mean, like,
Wow.
right down to the bathroom. It's amazing. It's really cool.
Every time I think Nobody's doing that. Like, who is doing that? I asked on my live that I finished up just before I did this. I was because I didn't have any. I'm not making a pity cry, but I was like talking to nobody. But I was like, hey, I've got like several different hobbies that I do like at the same time. Would
Yeah, me too.
anybody like are there like channels out there where they like do multiple things? Like, who wants me to do like diamond painting and then like every Thursday, like, hey, it's book club time because we're reading Haunting Caroline, Caroline or something like that. That's not a book I read. But if y'all know what that book is, shame on y'all. Y'all need to go to church. Okay, I'm telling you right now. If you know what that book is, you need to go to church.
My husband reads to us once a month.
Does he really?
Yes, my
That's
husband
awesome.
John, while we diamond paint.
Is it like is it on your channel or does he have a channel or
He has a channel, but he's a rock star, so he does music over there, but he reads to us. He's read us scary stories like during Halloween. Now he's retired. I'm like, when are you going to come back and read to us? I do a self care Sunday where it's all about self care. I like you for. I think people don't do it because it throws their algorithm off. Then YouTube doesn't know where to place you. But
yeah
I'm like, I stopped self-care Sunday because of it, and then I was like, "I don't care. I'm bringing it back because people love it."
yeah.
So,
Well, I thought it was fantastic. The Sunday that you did on Mother's Day just about had me in tears. It was
oh,
absolutely perfect. It instantly went to my favorites list. There's not a whole lot in my favorites list, but it instantly went there. The part where you were talking about in the poem, it said to send your
oh,
children forth straight and true like arrows into the world, and I was just like that sounds like something my mom would have absolutely loved.
I read that every single day, and it's the way I raised my son, but I love the line where it says, "Children are life's longing for itself." They come
Yeah,
through you,
yeah,
I read that every day from the mo my son left home at 17. I moved to Manhattan, he moved to Brooklyn. He was with me for 2 weeks, he moved to Brooklyn, then from Brooklyn, he went to Atlantic City, from Atlantic City, went to Albany. We were never in the same place at the same time, but you gotta let your children do what they
yeah,
envision themselves doing. They can't
yeah.
live in your world, we can't live in theirs. So, yeah.
I think I
That's
think
one of my favorite books, The Prophet.
I think I was 17 when I left home too. Yeah, yeah, I was because I think I left home in like mm, December, and I wouldn't be 18 until July. So I moved into my first apartment um, with a guy who was he was bigger than I am now, and I was half the size that I am now. So he was a big, huge guy. His name was Fonte, and he worked with me at a Taco Bueno, and this apartment was really expensive. But he was like, "Hey, don't worry, I got us.
Yeah,
It's gonna be fine. You just give me like like 150. That's back when rent was like 350 for an apartment." And
wow,
and he was like, "You give me 150, I got the rest, and I'll make sure the utilities get paid." And I'm like, Fonte, that's a lot of money. He's like, "Don't worry about it. I got it." And I'm
yeah.
like, "Not on our salary," but I was like, "All right, I trusted him. Shouldn't have done that." And I was wondering why people would come knocking on our door at all hours of the night, but we were never
Oh,
short on cash. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
my
But
son's a July baby too.
and it was quite an adventure through my 17th through 19th year, in which I ended up becoming homeless while having a full time job. So that was fun.
You live, you learn, and you learn from your choices because you always have choices.
But you know what? I could always go back to my mom. I would call her up and she'd say, "Hey, how are you doing?" And I'm like, "Still homeless, mom." And she was like, "You ready to come home yet?" And I'm like, "No, I can do it." And that was
Oh,
that. She was
wow.
like, "Okay, I just want to make sure you're okay. Do
Oh,
you
I
need
would have
any
hunted you
food or do
down.
you
I would
need
have found
anything like
you.
that?" No, she just let me sort it out on my own, but not because she was mad or anything like that, but because she knew that I was learning lessons every day that I tried doing it on my own. But she
Yeah,
was always there with that net to be like, I got you. If you fall too far, I got you. She wanted to make sure that I wasn't injured, that I wasn't going to die, that I wasn't freezing to death or whatever, and she just let me live out life. And so when people tell me they're on hard times, I can absolutely relate to that. I know
Yeah.
what that feels like, and so
Yeah.
it changes your whole attitude on the world, and I love that, and so that's one of the reasons I started live streaming is because I wanted to meet different people with different trains of thoughts and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Sometimes painting will inspire to read Secret Garden, leading to buy a J wall canvas. But you know what I
Ah,
started to do with my playlists, and I did it with
Secret Garden
Whispering
is awesome.
Woodlands. I started to add music. Like if you go to Whispering Woodlands and you'll see in that playlist that I did an unboxing and maybe I did the kit up, I can't remember. But I also put um a video on YouTube that you could watch. It was like of a whispering woodland animals, and I figured if you're diamond painting this canvas, it would be nice to put that on and to have that kind of music. I did that for a few of my playlists. I think I'm gonna go back to doing that, like mixing things up a little bit. Like I'm always trying to make a more interactive experience.
Let's see. Oh no.
Congress Hall came out for the, inauguration, and then I did the flag, and then that was it. It went back in the box. Um, Congress that one is Dreamer Designs too, and not probably not until the ruler comes out. Yeah, it's like just creating an ambiance because I know, like, when I'm diamond painting alone, like, what do? I might listen to an audiobook, I might listen to music, I wanna listen to something inspiring and uplifting, and especially this canvas, The Moon Eater. I can't put, like, meditation music on, but I'd like to have something that blends with it. It's a Christmas
Lo-fi
one
hip
too.
hop beats. That's what I diamond
Yeah.
paint to.
Yeah, everybody down listen, I used to go to a yoga class where the yoga teacher played rock music, and we did yoga to it. So it's just, all different ways of creating an ambiance, and I know you love Christmas, Tracy. Yeah, I just think I thought there's some really pretty, like, if you like the Secret Garden, in that, Whispering Woodland playlist, there's a lot of pretty, not just music, but it's like a magical visual of forest. It's really pretty. Tracy loves Christmas. And some people have Christmas all year. I have a few friends. They leave their tree up, they change it with the different holidays. Like on 4th of July, there's flags on it. They leave their tree up all year long. Have we,
Don't worry, guys. I'm listening. I made a small change and just pulled a print off of one of the printers.
oh, okay.
I might
Smurfs
have.
are cute.
Oh, come on. You can do it. Line up, line up. One, two, three, four, six, seven, eight.
Learning to add music to videos. Okay. Yeah, I would say any music that you add, take it from me. You're gonna have to put the decibel down to like 10. 'Cause, when I was adding music to videos, people were like, "Oh my god, we love your videos, but the music is blaring." I didn't realize it had to go down so low. Um, I will send you someone that I use, and the music is copyright free and royalty free, so you won't get banned from, not banned, but the YouTube is like, "Ah, you have to take this down because you're infringed on a copyright." So, I have somebody that I use, it's free, and he does a lot of, theater, and, he's a great composer, and he allows his music to be used for free. Everyone else as well. Appreciate all the time and effort you put. Thank you. Thank you. Are you pulling something off a plate?
I did, yes. I did
Oh,
pull thing off of a plate. Um, it's usually good news every time I do a finger space count. Um, so
oh, wait.
last night when we did the counting, a standard or what we call an XW ruler,
Right,
14 spaces, and
right.
it topped out in accuracy at 7 spaces. right, on a DD canvas. What I just
I
pulled
put
off of the what I just pulled off of the printer topped out at 10 spaces for a DD canvas. So my math is working out, and we've gained three additional spaces and fingers. Um, so where a normal half size ruler tops out here in accuracy, we now have,
10.
about here. We've got about 10 fingers. Yep. So 10 out of 14. So the math is getting there little bit by little bit. So more than likely, with the
So
next two
you
or
can
three prints,
actually so does that mean you can actually make a DD mini then?
yes, yeah, I could.
And
Yep,
this is happening, like, right now in real time?
yes. I told you guys that I had surprises for you. But see,
Does everybody understand what's going on? Like, you can get a mini DD.
well, not yet because they're not on the they're not on the site. So
They're not
more
on the
tests.
site, but
More.
he just printed one where he got 10 out of the 14 lining up correctly.
Mhm.
Where is everybody?
That's okay. They didn't like my story about being
Houston!
homeless, but that's okay. But
Are you
yes,
there, Houston?
very very exciting. Well, you did tell them that you were going to give some stuff away, right?
I didn't tell them, you told them. You said you were gonna give 1 ruler, 2 rulers, and 1 tray, is that it?
Three rulers and one tray.
Oh, okay. And
So
how are
there.
you gonna how's it working?
Well, I told you, and I thought you would like set up like the wheel thing on your phone, like the little spinny wheel, and somebody's name would like pop up.
Yeah, but I was thinking about that, and I thought, how many people are gonna show up to this when I had over 3,000 people watch this video? So,
Awesome.
like, how would I be able to, like, put people in? But what I could do is put everybody's name in that was here this evening,
That'd be awesome.
and then I'll do a screenshot of everybody's name that was here this evening, and,
Or,
you and I
or
can
I
do it.
wonder.
Just
I
put names
wonder.
in a hat, Gabrielle said.
Oh, names in a hat. We
I did
could.
that once.
We
I
we
have a
we
piece of paper.
we could stores. Uh,
I have a
There's
piece of paper
no.
here, I could do that.
You have a piece of paper. Discounts. I could do discounts, buttons, and widgets. What are widgets?
So I got Christine,
For stream alerts. QR code.
Tracy.
Oh, but we're not using OBS, so I can't make that work. Dang it. Let's do
Jules and Lorraine,
oh,
Tracy, Jules and Lorraine. Jules and Lorraine, Tracy, Tracy, Tracy.
ooh, I could go to my page. Ooh, lots of questions there at the coffee.com/ the diamond brush.
Miss
That is
Lizard. I'm gonna call everybody's name out, and then they're gonna let me know if they were here or not. Oh, Ange left, but Ange is in Australia.
here's
Gwen, Angelina, Ava. I'm getting everybody's name.
message. Somebody's messaging me. Oh,
Jay Lely. Tracy Cruz, you were the star of the messages tonight. Yvonne.
oh, that's awesome. Somebody is trying to help me out in a Facebook group.
Who?
Apparently, people are posting. There's a big conversation about rulers or whatnot, and I'm not there to defend myself. And apparently,
You
there's some
didn't put up
people.
on your Facebook group that you were doing a live here about your ruler? L&L Diamond Painting.
Isn't that
L&L,
awkward?
or put a small narrow ridge on each finger just enough to stop the tray. Did you get that message?
Mm, that could
I
be a
I
good
I
idea, but
I I
the
I know those 2 girls. It's hitting me now who they are. Um, man, I'm just going through all the messages. Karen was here.
the issue with that is that if you put a ridge on each finger, you end up losing the flexibility to pull it off of the canvas. It needs to be able to flex, or you risk tearing your canvas. So if you put a finger on each one of these, it will make this very very rigid, and it won't have any flex, and you could end up puncturing a hole with the corner in your canvas.
Melanie Phillips. Melanie had to go to work, and it was so sweet of her to pop in. She had, like, an hour before, she had to go back and forth.
That's fantastic.
I'm just getting everybody's name that was here. Okay. I got Melanie, Nick, Karen Batchelor, Min, L&L Diamond Painting, Yvonne, Daylily, Ava, Gwen, Angie, Miss Lizard, Jules and Lorraine, Barbara, Gabrielle, Tracy, and Christine.
Mm,
And
that's
anybody
awesome.
else that did, and there were other people here because at one time there was like 30 people here, and but they
Does
didn't
your
comment.
member the member part of your YouTube page allows for like giveaways among members, right?
I believe so, yeah. Why wouldn't it?
Could we do it that way?
The member part of my
Mhm.
page?
Yeah, like everybody who's a member,
Yeah.
just like throw them in there, or do you just want to do it for this group tonight?
Oh, no,
It's up.
I that
I
yeah,
got.
I don't I think anybody that was here this evening because
Okay. They were hanging
they
out, chilling with us.
yeah, I mean, I was thinking about that wheel and I'm like, there's like this video got like 3,500 views. That's double the amount of subscribers that I have. It was so, and let me tell you, if I didn't know this, I was trying to upload the unboxing of this canvas and YouTube would not let me unbox it. And Chris said that's because you got so many hits on that one. They're stopping, and I guess what? I put it in my member section. It still said checking. I'm like, "Check all you want. I'm putting this up." I put it in my member section.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised that the one with the second one of me was able to go up.
Well, I could message a friend of mine named Joe Hills. Um, he he could stop by if he's not too deep into a stream session. What time is it? Is it is it 9:30 your time yet?
Michelle Hunter, that's right, Michelle was here.
We do 10,000 viewers for you tonight. Let's see. Now they'd be all people who love Minecraft and pinball, but they all love to
Oh
have a
my
good
god.
time.
Uh, are they coming here to see you?
Joe usually lends me a hand with whatever I need. He he popped into my stream one day and super nice. He donated $10,000 and had everybody who was with him drop a follow on my live stream, which was around 800 to 900 people.
Oh, that was really nice. So
Yeah,
Michelle, we're just putting everybody's name in that was here today for like a giveaway, but I mean, like Jules and Lorraine and Tracy, they're in Canada. Is that gonna screw you up?
um, not
You're lo
hello. Oh,
Yeah.
not
Oh, you froze. There you are.
okay. Weirdness. Um,
Oh, yeah, it
no.
just started my live. It started my
Uh,
live again.
oh. What
I
the
wonder why
heck?
I did that. We were here last week for 3 hours, and I was like, "Oh, next week we should talk about movies and TV," and we went right into that conversation. I was like, "I'm having, like, a sleepover."
Sleepovers are awesome. When's the last time you had a sleepover?
Well, I'm very much the romantic. And Tracy said, "I'll wait forever." I'm very much the romantic, and when I first started diamond painting, I was like, I'm thinking about having these crafternoons on a Saturday where we all get together early in the morning when it's snowy outside and cold, and we'll make hot chocolate, and we'll diamond paint, and we'll chit chat." Yeah,
That's an awesome name, Tracy. Crafternoon.
crafternoon. You
That's
can have
more
it.
than genius.
I didn't make it up, but yeah, crafternoon. We'll have a little crafternoon.
Yeah, crafternoon's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I want
have a
I want to do
crafternoon.
I want to do a crafternoon.
There you
What the
go.
heck? That's
And you
awesome.
can have, like, who you could do whatever kind of medium you want, Legos, Minecraft.
So I like Legos, but as I mentioned several times on like the Facebook forums when people ask me about it, like Legos are my wife's thing. Like that's her thing, and I love Legos and I would love to build them, but I don't. If she's found something that she loves, I don't want to like encroach on it. Like that's her jam. I got plenty of other things that I can do. Like my main artistic medium is um, coloring books with like colored
Oh,
pencils
yeah.
and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Dude, please, let me just turn this around. That whole cart is nothing but alcohol ink markers, pastels, crayons, color pencils, Prismacolor. I mean, like, it's ridiculous. I do so much. I sketch, I do paint,
I can't afford the Prismacolor, but I do have every single castle art
oh, yeah.
variety of colored pencil. I have all of them. Um, so much so that they sent me some for free, like because I became like some sort of like special, like holy crap, you buy so much, like here's some free stuff. But so
Yeah.
I was very honored to get that. I have all of the various toned box sets of like Ohuhu markers. Um,
Oh,
and what I want is the like 320 set of archival light fast um, Faber Castell
oh gosh.
colored pencils.
Oh,
It
listen,
comes
dude, I can send you a box.
it comes in like a multi-tiered box, like where you
Yeah.
open it up and there's like three levels and it's a wooden box. It's a gorgeous thing, but it's like $400 on Amazon. And my wife is like, heck no. But she will let me buy $400 worth of diamond paintings um,
I will tell you,
that I'm not going to paint until 5 years from now.
we had a great craft store here in Philly on South Street, which is like just like a counterculture of stores all over the place. And they had you could have bought Prismacolors one at a time. You could they were like a whole wall of Prismacolor. And I would just constantly pull like the same ones out because I was doing a lot of like sketch art like that and like a lot of creams and a lot of uh pinks and flesh tones and stuff like that. And I was
Yeah.
looking at my colored pencils the other day because I was like, I feel like sketching. So I sat in here and I sketched for a while. I'm like, how many of blush pink do I have? you know, doubles like the
I
Crayola
have
kids. Yeah.
I have multiples of things as well as far as like colored pencils. I have multiples of
Big one.
I
With
really
the
like
sharpener.
the watercolor colored pencils are once I learned how to use those, I was like, oh my god, these are my jam.
Oh, well,
Watercolor colored pencils.
I was talking about the girl that I follow in Australia, Jane Davenport, and she has a highly pigmented watercolor pen brush called mermaid markers. They're so pigmented. Like you just a tiny little bit. The colors are amazing. I'm looking at them now. I think I have an extra set. I'll send them to you. They're amazing. Like if you like watercolor, I was saying, and you know who else has great craft stuff? Timu. Timu has great watercolors
I do
because
like watching
China's
the
making everything. So
I, I like watching the YouTubers, influencers, or whatever, and they're like, "I got a Timu haul
Yeah.
of art supplies," like, and I like watching those because I'm just like, is it all gonna be horrible? There was one that I watched. It was something called gouache, which is kind of it's like oil paint slash watercolor, but whatever that medium
Wash?
is, gouache,
Wash.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I was just like, wow, that is amazing. I can never
It
use it
is
to paint.
amazing.
It's just
It's amazing.
it's not a medium I would want to do, but I was just surprised. I'm like the depth of color and like it looks smooth and cream, and I'm like,
It's
this
very
is
smooth. Yeah.
Timu. You know, it's like
Yeah.
you try to go to like Hobby Lobby and buy some gouache, like $15 a
No.
tube, and I'm like, get out of
They
here with
are.
that.
Absolutely. And gouache is just the way that you explained it because I won't go near oil, but I get sick and tired of acrylic and then watercolor stands on its own, so you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
Really
it's kind of like
pigmented and
acrylic and
smooth.
watercolor mixed together.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, the one with the sharpener in it. Tracy, where are you from? Are you from originally from Canada? Because you said member the sharpener in it, and like that's like such a like a Philly kind of a slang way of talking. Instead of saying remember, it's like member the big Crayola box with the sharpener in it. And then I
I
think
remember that.
Crayola. She's from Cat. You're oh okay. I didn't know you had that slang out there. Yup, yup, Canada. Yeah, I have markers, I have lip pens, and then I lived in New York for a while, so I was, like, right in that little hub of, like, the West Village and Manhattan, and I would run in and out of every art store I could find, big, small, didn't matter, and I had to just find something. I have a whole closet full of, like, paper and journals, watercolor paper, you name it. And yesterday I was gonna sit here and sketch. I was like, "I wanna take these out." They were like a little pan of watercolors, but they're so
Yeah,
pigmented, and I got them from Temu, and they were like, nothing. I mean, like, really, they're so inexpensive. When I see something, I'll usually go on Temu and I'll put it in, and they're like, "Yeah, we got that because we made it." You know?
it's I don't. Timu is great for some things. Like when I see people buy like diamond painting supplies from
Oh, no.
Timu, like
No.
some of the things like the what is it the EW containers, the Elizabeth Ward
Yeah,
container.
no. Yeah. I actually did a little and I said, "Oh, this isn't Elizabeth Ward. This is the dupe because the plastic isn't cut right." And
Yeah,
the hinge is not the same.
is it not?
It
I was
feels like
just
it's gonna break.
I've never used an Elizabeth Ward, but I was like looking at it in the video and I'm like, it's not too bad. And it was like, they were like, oh, I bought the whole thing. It was like $20, you know, for like a whole case of it. And I'm like, that's not too bad.
It's not they're okay, but ever since I start using the Art Dot, I never thought I would switch
Yeah.
because yeah, I mean,
Are you talking about the Art Dot cases, the clear ones that slide? How much you love those?
the little cylinder ones.
Oh, yeah, the tubes like I got. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually like them better than these.
Mm.
I don't feel steady with these. You open them up, sometimes they fall out. You gotta, like
Oh,
you could
I
pick
always want to try the Forever Young.
Forever
Um,
Young.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually sent one of those kits to somebody in a Facebook group who was very helpful. Her name is Pamela, and I sent her a whole set, the 60 count set of the Forever Young, just as a thank you,
Mhm.
because I
Mhm.
was just like, you know, so many people have like, you know, helped me kind of kind of present this thing to y'all, and it's like I have to start paying some people back,
Yeah.
which is
That's it.
which is
Yeah.
awesome. She was like, "I love these. These are so great." So I'm just like, send me pictures. I have to know. Send me video of how they work from somebody who's like like not getting paid or sponsored or whatever. It's just like I want to know from like somebody who you know. And she's like, "Oh, absolutely." And I'm like, "Oh, you just squeeze a little tab and it just opens." And they're like really secure. And she dropped it on the ground just to show me that it won't like break open. And I was like, "That's
Oh,
brave."
yeah. I know.
Like
I
you
mean
but it worked, and I was like, oh, that's fantastic. So I'll probably order some for my wife because she's looking at my tray bricks collection, and she's like, I'm not paying for that, but she she likes the idea of having like kitting up into a tray basically
Right.
with a
Right. I do too. I like the tray bricks, but I still and I know that they won't open, but I still won't throw them on the floor to find out. So hats off to her. But
yeah.
the art dot one, not the art, yeah, the art dot, the clear ones. I still have some of them laying around. And everybody knows. I think it was Gabrielle that she was like, "Oh my God, throw those away. You're stressing out over those. Just get rid of them." And I did, except I used to have the, like I told you, the little clear ones because I liked them as a visual. That's it. This is our Friday night, kids. So everybody that said, "Oh, I love a career afternoon. Make sure you're all here tomorrow."
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it. Gabrielle's like, let's do it. Tracy's like, oh yeah, okay.
I
You
want
will
to.
be flat leaving me in a couple weeks to go to the shore and the beach.
Who's going to the beach? Well, I guess yeah, right over on the East Coast. Yeah, you have easier access to the beach than I do for sure. We have
Oh,
to drive all the way down to Galveston if we want to get to the beach close by.
oh. I take
Which is
everybody along with me. When I went to Florida, they all came with me. I did
oh,
lives.
crew. Everybody here? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm
But
like, wow, that's
I
a.
didn't do much diamond painting, but they all came with me to safaris and stuff like that.
Did you see any gators while you were in Florida?
Yes, and they call them water puppies.
Mm, I don't think that's not what I would call them. That's
Yeah.
I. Mm, no, I see, and I lived in Alabama and Southern Alabama, so I'm used to living in kind of a Jurassic Park area, but Florida just seems scary to me. Any place with like still water that you can't see the bottom of, nah.
Yeah, well, my husband was out at 3:30 in the morning looking for an alligator, which,
What?
yeah, he found
Fine.
it. We found it. It's actually in one of my shorts. I went out for a walk and I actually saw the alligator before he did. Huge.
Oof.
You go by the length of their snout, tells you each inch is in foot how big they are. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
you have to go watch the safari video.
from the length of the snout. Now that's interesting.
Yeah, if it's like a 4-inch snout, then it's a 4-foot gator. I saw a big one and I saw a mommy. And yeah,
Uh,
he just comes out of the water and he's laying there and he's sunning himself.
like they own the place.
Yeah. And I got up in the middle of like 3 o'clock in the morning. I got up, I'm like, where is he? He's outside. He's looking for a gator. Is there something wrong with you? Yeah.
No,
He could,
that's
he could,
that's like
he
that.
could wait to
Now,
see it.
nah, that's like that's typical stuff I would have done 15 years ago.
Yeah. Well, he's 60.
Yeah. Now I'm a little more like, let's keep what we got.
Yeah.
so so I'm not much for the danger zone.
I took
Like
a walk to our Navy Yard today where we have a huge Navy Yard, where all the battle I mean, at one time, it was like it was that's where all the battleships came in, where they fixed them all and everything, and he couldn't sleep one night, so he got up at 2:30 in the morning, got on his bike, and drove down to the Navy Yard on like, 2:30 in the morning. There's nothing positive happening out 2:30 in the morning that you're on a bike going down to a wooded area. He's like, "There were deer everywhere." Yeah,
sounds awesome.
he's an
You
adventurous.
know, I would like to meet this rock star husband of yours. It
I hear him creeping around
sounds like
outside.
sounds like a one man adventure.
He is a one-man adventure. Ask anybody here. Ask anybody here. He is a one-man adventure. I hear him outside. It's either him or Foofy trying to get in the door because the door's closed. And, and trying to get in. He was supposed to go to practice tonight, but after that flash flood that we had, oh my God.
Yeah.
Tracy's like, he's hilarious. If you don't believe him, just ask him.
Oh, I saw him today. When you were, it looked like you were at the kitchen table with your laptop, and he was coming. He was either coming in the door, or he was going out of the door, leaving for something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And that was right after you were, I wouldn't say complaining. You were mentioning the extension cord in the bathroom, which just had me cracking up because I'm just like that looks unsafe, but it also looks like totally something I would do without any concern for anyone else. I'd just
Johnny
be
and
like, yeah, I just need a random extension cord here in the bathroom.
yeah.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
And Gabrielle's like, watch the Safari video, classic John. I mean, all I said was screamed was like, roll up the window. He's like, no, no. Yeah, that was a fun time once we got out of there and I calmed down because I cannot stand looking at animals in cages. I just can't stand it. I don't know why they're there. For our entertainment to look at. No, let them free. Let them go. I don't need to look at a white crocodile. I just don't understand the sloths and stuff like that. I'm like, John, I want to get out of here. I don't like this at all. It just makes me very. Would you want to be an animal in a cage all day long? No.
Yeah, I I get that. Yeah, I could totally, especially like some of the larger animals where they're just, yeah, I could see that, like when you see like a giraffe, like here at Oklahoma City Zoo, like when you see a giraffe, you're just like, yeah, sure, the
What are you
area that
doing
they
here?
have them housed in is like, it's a big area, but it's not the Serengeti.
No, I went for the giraffe. They wouldn't even let me take a picture of it when I got there.
What?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You have to just watch the Safari video, and then we're driving in, and I see a picture of an emu. I'm like, John, I'm telling you right now, do not roll the windows down because those things are crazy. This emu came out of nowhere. Every all the ostriches were behind a fence, and this crazy emu was like, "Oh, car, let me go and run over to it." I'm like, "Roll the window up." He was this close to getting his head in the window,
Are there
and then we
are
got
there
lost.
are those the giant ostrich looking things that spit on people? Like an emu? It's like a, is that what that is? It's
They
like a
look
giant.
they look like they've been electrocuted, number 1, and they're running around. They're run I'm like, "Why is he out of this cage?" All the ostriches were, like, behind a cage. Not like, they were out in the open, but they were behind a fence. He got loose. He was insane, and then he kept coming back at us, and then we got lost. I'm like, "How can we get lost? This thing is a circle."
Oh God.
It was fun. It was fun. My husband makes a lot of things really, really fun. He makes a lot of things fun because he has no fear. He's like a little boy. He's 5 years old. He's just fearless, and, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I There were so many videos, you guys, that I didn't put up, um, from the floor. I was looking at what's on my phone, like, what can I get rid of that's taking up space on my phone, but I have so many videos from Florida that I don't wanna let go of. I just, um that I made them to put them up, but now I feel like it's too late, like, the time has passed or something, but I don't wanna let go of those videos. It's an Africa safari. But I was really bummed out because I wanted to see the giraffe, and they let you go climb up this all these steps to this hut, and, like, the first thing they were so miserable. We paid $35 to feed this giraffe. You know what they gave us? 3 pieces of romaine lettuce. I got 3 and John got 3. And I wanted to take a picture of my husband, take and they're like, "No, no pictures." I'm like, "Why?" They're like, "If you want a picture, we could sell you one."
Oh no. Uh, I don't know if that's a, maybe that's a thing now at the zoo. Sandy, when's the last time we went to the zoo? It was 5 years ago. Longer than that. Probably pushing 10 years since we've been to the zoo. It's like the grandkids aren't really like, take us to the zoo. Even the great grandkids are not like, take us to the zoo. They're like,
And we have one
it's
of the
not a thing.
best zoos here
So
in
we don't
Philly.
know. So maybe it's changed where they charge you now for everything.
They do. Oh, hi, Sandy. Um
Tracy says hi. She she went to she just got home from work, and
Aw.
she stopped by Firehouse Subs, and
Oh,
you think she brought your boy no. Now, granted, because I know what she's about to say, but
oh
she got
my
a
god. Is Gabrielle
mouthful
still
of food over
here?
there.
It's a Kevin James episode. It's King of Queens.
she she what she's going to say is that I asked her to bring me Sonic for lunch because I was going to eat basically a big early dinner in the afternoon so that I wouldn't be nervous and nauseous being on stream with all of you nice
Oh,
folks.
I eat at 11
And
o'clock.
on her and I told her when she gets home, I probably won't be hungry. So just make sure you grab some food because I'm gonna have the green screen up and I'm gonna be in the middle of this and I don't want to be eating while I'm doing this, right? And now I'm smelling that sub and like
And I
she
think
didn't like I'm looking at the messages like notifications on my phone, not a single one from there. Like, are you sure you don't want anything? Or I could bring you some, you could heat it up late. Like just nothing. She took the thing that I asked for absolutely verbatim and was like, I'm just doing that and nothing else. And I can't even be mad. I can't falter. I can't be like, no, but
I say I would have been
had the roles been reversed, no, I would have had to have been a mind reader. She would have been like, "No, don't bring me anything. I'm not hungry." I
Sandy's
come
not
through the
sharing.
door with like salty McDonald's fries. You know how the McDonald's fries be on point when they got just that right amount of salt.
Oh
Come through
yeah,
the
forget it.
door. She smells the fries and she's like, "Let me get one."
One.
One
Yeah.
turns into like half of the, you know. it- And then if I, oh God help me, if I don't bring anything at all, that's just. Mm.
Let me get one. Here, this one's yours. I gotta let this cat in. He's driving me nuts.
Is that the big boy? Is it just your one cat?
Oh yeah. My Mr. Foofy. Is
I
he
saw
in? Oh yeah,
Mr.
it's you. Go ahead, Foof. Where's Daddy? Daddy sleeping?
Foofy is awesome.
Oh,
Tracy's all about your firehouse subs. I think it's dinner time for Tracy in in Canada.
oh.
Yeah, we might have to resume Canadian shipping. Yeah, I know, right? But I think what we'll do is we'll just default to everything being USPS.
You're gonna get your wish. The rock
Huh?
star is the rock star's coming in.
Oh,
Wait, here you go. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll get this up. What?
is he getting
Yeah.
the prime seat?
Yeah, he's getting the prime seat.
Hold on. Boofy, say hello to all your adoring fans.
It's the real rock star. It's Foofy.
It's Boofy. Go ahead, Dad. Say hello, Dad.
He is so
Well,
big. He
look
is
at
a
him.
He's
huge
a
cat.
house, dude. He's listen to me. My wife can't pick him up. He's too big. He'll throw on her back. He's so big. You have no idea. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you, John?
I'm very well. So you made these rulers over here?
I did, yeah. I had a lot of fun making them. I made it for me, and then I posted a picture on a Facebook group, and now I'm here.
I think honestly, that's the way life is supposed to be. You made this. You didn't make this ruler to sell it. You didn't make it to make money. You made this ruler for yourself,
Yeah,
and then you said, "Well, you know what? Listen, let me share it with other people." And other people said, "Hey, I like this ruler." I told my wife. I said, "Let me tell you something," because I know that what's been the conversations you guys been having. And all. I said, "Listen, I'm telling you, Elisa. I know you didn't make the ruler, Chris made the ruler, but I'm telling you, you are the very best person to endorse and speak for the ruler because you're you're just going to say, "Hey, I like this ruler because when I diamond paint, it makes things easier for me." And she doesn't just talk out her ass. She's got
yeah.
very well reasoned uh,
She
uh, details for why
doesn't.
she likes something.
Yeah, she doesn't come across as a shill at all, at
Oh
all.
God, she
And
wouldn't. She wouldn't
I,
shill for
no,
anybody because that's not her
no.
nature. She's very authentic.
Oh, I did
Yeah.
go back and watch the video where she threw the art dot tray.
What was that?
You missed that one.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I didn't like it, so I
Yeah,
threw it across the room.
Oh my God.
it's
Yeah, you live
yeah.
with her, Chris.
That's the that's the
Listen,
person that I want to send stuff to because I know if they say they like it, as long as my tray doesn't end up across the room or one of my
you know
rollers
she
is
likes it.
across the room.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you
Probably good.
something. It wasn't easy for me because I was single for 57 years. I was a bachelor. I got married, and I didn't just get married. I married a Sidgy. You know, Sidgy women, you know what they'll do? They'll stab you and then bring you lasagna in the hospital. That's what's like being married to a Sidgy. The passions.
Ah,
Foofy, get up here, you fat bastard.
that's a lot of passion.
Foofy.
That's
He likes my new
Oh, he likes
carpet.
the new carpets.
He's
Why don't you have the air conditioner on?
because I didn't want anybody to hear this. God forsake.
So you're in
your
here
mom.
sweating?
Yeah, pretty much. This is
I
what I
don't-
do for my art.
I don't know. She's trying to be like the soup Nazi. You suffer for the soup. No, I'm not buying it. This is your art room. There's an air
Look at that.
conditioner right there. Put the air conditioner on. Why are you so? Look what he's doing.
Yeah, he's commandeering my rug, my new rug.
Look at that. Christine is like, I buy everything she recommends.
Oh,
Nice. So, Chris, can I ask you, where are you guys located geographically?
We're right in the middle of the country. We're in Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain.
And the waving wheat can sure smell sweet.
Listen, I'm not gay, but there were two musicals that I absolutely loved. I could sing every word to when I was growing up. Oklahoma and West Side Story. Loved them.
yeah.
Loved them.
And didn't I just say to you not too long ago, I want to go see Oklahoma.
No, you didn't say that.
We were traveling in the car.
Oh, you meant Oklahoma, the
Yes.
state. Oh, okay. No, okay. Well,
You know-
Oklahoma's in the middle of the country.
Yeah, you know where I really want to go? Oklahoma.
Where the wind comes sweeping down.
He was like, "Why did you want to go to Oklahoma?"
I mean,
I don't know, but I conjured you up because you showed up.
Here, come sit down, Mom.
So,
Chris,
Andy?
it was a pleasure to speak with you.
Oh, very nice to see you, sir.
Oh, always a pleasure. But I can't be the star of my wife's video. She's got to be the star. Let her sit down.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, you can be the star, you fat bastard.
But he's working on his riff. They got a riff
Oh, I was just
contest
watching
coming on.
that.
Yeah, and so he's working on his riffs. Chris, I love your tray. Christine, how do you like dose? Okay, so we're doing
What is this dose? Because I've heard you mention it a few times. Is it
So-
like an additive, a drink additive?
it's actually mushroom nootropics, and my cousin who's a pharmaceutical doctor, I went to his place in Florida and he got his liver. I was like, "Hey, I've been seeing this. Tell me about it." He's like, "I'm hooked. I am absolutely hooked. I have clear energy, focus. I love it. I can't be without it. I'll dose you in the morning." He said, I said, "Okay." So he mixes it up with he mixes his up with 2 tablespoons of half and half, and he uses it as a topper on his coffee.
Okay.
I was so chill, and I wanted to bring this up to you guys because let me tell you something. Mother's Day was stressful. Everybody was losing their mind Mother's Day, and I just was so calm. I don't know where I'm getting it. Even the flash flooding today, he was freaking out. I'm like, "What are we gonna do? It's water. What are you gonna do?" He's like, I'm not going to practice tonight. How can I go?" I'm like, "It's 12 noon. You're not going to practice till 6. What are you worried about? It's water." I was fine. I was fine. I'm so chill about everything anymore. And I don't even realize that I'm chill until like afterward. Like, I was like, you know what? Everybody was freaking out on Mother's Day. It was pretty cool. It's pretty calm. I'm just not reactive anymore. Like, it's really got to be something big. Like, okay, today my Samsung account was locked. I was like, I need to change my password. They're like, "Okay, can you put the phone number in that you're using of your 2-step verification?" I go to put it in. They're like, "No, that's wrong." I'm like, "That's my number. It's been my number for 30 years." They have somebody else's number as my 2-step verification. Now I was freaking out. Now I was just insane nuts. He was trying to talk to me. I'm like, "Go away. Go away. Just go away in the other room."
I'm at work. I'm like I'm super chill here at the house though. I tried, but it doesn't work. But like at work, like what I do sometimes, like when I have to deal with customer, I'm just like I wish I was an IT person. I didn't have to deal with people. I said just computers, but
It's
I'm not.
tough.
So I deal with people, and like the madder somebody is, like the more I just kind of regress into my like chilled zone until I just my my boss says that I just get this stupid look on my face where I'm like looking past
Yes.
the
You glaze
customer
over.
because I'm just
Yeah.
like in this like chilled zone and
Yeah.
like he's like you slow down your talking, like your movements are very
Yeah. I
slow.
do the same thing. We get catatonic.
Yeah, and sometimes I'll just say it, I'm like, hey, whenever you stop yelling at me, I'll be happy to help you.
Yeah.
Like, and I just go to like this super zen place, but I can only do it at work. Like, if my wife is like, I need you to do like this list of things, and I feel it start to bubble up in me, and that zen power never comes. I'm just like, ah.
Yeah.
But at
I used
work,
to
it
teach
takes
yeah, I used
forever
to
to get
teach
me.
yoga, and my students would say, like, "I can't wait until, like, you disassociate." Gabrielle would know. I I would teach yoga, and my students would say, I can't wait until, like, I can get, like, to this level that you're at where you're so chill." I'm like, "Come home with me." There are days I can't breathe. I'm screaming. It's like your family knows those buttons to push,
Just yeah.
and you disassociate because I always think of a hurricane, you know? Everybody else is the hurricane, and in the eye of the storm is where it's calm, and I go right to the middle. Go right there. "Honey, let's get catatonic."
That's it.
"What are you 2 doing tonight?"
I'm seeing something about funny mushrooms, disassociating, and catatonic.
They're not funny mushrooms. It's absolutely delicious. I love it now just mixed with water, and I got the matcha today because I love it so much. I'm gonna start putting it in my, smoothies that I make. In fact, they gave me a recipe tonight, for, to use 1 scoop of matcha, mix it with your favorite milk, a frozen banana, a little honey, a little cinnamon, and have your matcha honey banana smoothie, and you just I sleep better. I have a lot of energy now. It's just I'm just clear, focused, and I'm just so happy with the stuff. I don't wanna be without it.
Did you hear that, hun?
Yeah.
Matcha, banana, and honey, and powdered mushrooms.
She's busy eating her firehouse hoagie.
Yeah, yeah. She's got her. She's got her feet up. Like if I remove this green screen, you will probably see the most relaxed off of work person ever.
Happy to be home Friday night.
Friday
Yes.
night, happy to be home. She's off work tomorrow. I am this close to like I've got like unpaid sick leave that I never use, and I'm like this close to like texting the boss man and just being like, you know what? The part timers are complaining they're not getting enough hours, and I'm like, it's like I could go to work at my job that keeps the lights on, or I could stay here and try to
And
figure
print.
out how to get the last four fingers of this thing to line up. You know, one of
I
those
can't
is
believe
more
that you're
fun
doing
than
that
the other.
tonight.
One of those is more fun than the other, and I'm having trouble deciding which one is which.
Wow. I would be happy with just a mini square, um, dreamer design because
Well, I tell you what,
I feel like I feel like I can't even diamond paint anymore without this thing.
do you want me to just like put this in the mail to you since you have a lot more canvases than I do, and then you can just plop this on however many canvases you want, and then just let me know how it lines up.
Is that DD or
It,
DAC?
it's not a DD yet, so it's modified for DD, but it is not a DD yet.
Hmm.
So this is what I've been working on. So this works. If I take this and I just put this down here on this canvas, 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, all the way across, on a wildflower diamond designs canvas, this lines up.
Okay.
So
I'll
I
trade
could
you
put
for some mermaid. I'll trade you for some mermaid watercolor from Australia.
Oh, I don't need anything. The only thing that I usually ask people that help me out is somebody was very nice. Her name is Jan, and she's a Cajun who's currently, I believe, the last message from her was horribly misspelled that autocorrect couldn't save it. But something about she's Cajun and she's diamond painting and she's drinking, not drinking, drinking. That was the Facebook message that I got from her. But she sent me a piece of canvas from an ancient uh, diamond art club
Oh,
to see if I could make one of these to work with the old canvases. You want to talk about throwing something across the room? I yeeted that piece of canvas so fast
well,
and so hard. I was like, "What is this?"
what is she gonna use it for if she gave you a
It
piece of
was
the canvas?
I have no idea, but I can tell that it was cut from a piece of canvas. So maybe she was just never gonna paint that particular one. But so she
Yeah.
just sent it to
Well,
me so that I could see if I could make one of these for it. And my
yeah.
answer is not no, but heck no.
The key word was drinking. She literally
Drinking.
cut her canvas and sent it to you to make a template for a canvas that now has a hole in it.
You know what? That's the kind of dedicated patrons that I want that
Oh
I
my
want in my
god.
community. Crack
Yeah,
open a bottle
I
of
cut
bourbon and cut your canvas apart.
drank. Tracy's dranking.
Like, there's a hole in my Josephine wall, but you use it for what you need. It only costs $200.
So
I'll buy.
Gabrielle's recruiting people to do Josephine Walls. Gabrielle's doing Earth Angel. Is that the one that Lizette just finished Earth Angel? I think that, or that's Dragon something. Oh, I can't remember. I can't keep everything straight.
I
Uh,
I I want a Josephine wall really. I don't know if I want to paint it, but I want to say that I'm the proud owner of one for just some weird reason. And I went to what is it, Diamond Painting UK,
Deutschland?
or is it
Yeah.
the no? It's the one with the diamonds.
Art. Yeah.
Yeah, the one with the diamond art, and there's a bunch of Josephine walls. You can get them in like different sizes or whatever. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, the 100 by 200. Like, go ahead and send it to me. 200 colors, ridiculous. It'll take a lifetime to friggin' paint. You know,
Do you watch Lizette by any chance? Lizette Crafts and Tells?
I've probably seen it before. Does she do the really huge Josephine walls? I have seen a couple of them. Yeah,
She has
I,
8 whips open right now.
I can't imagine. Like, it would take me a year. It would
Yeah.
take me a year to finish one.
She has 8 whips open, and she managed to get this Josephine wall done, and I don't even know how she does it. She's in France, she has a bed and breakfast, she's got a husband, she's got 2 girls. I'm like, "Where do you find this time to do this?" And you have a, "Hi, lady," and Lady N, I had a temporary lapse of sanity and picked up 2 J walls that just arrived. That's not even funny, but it has to be. She picked
You
up
picked
2
up
J
two
walls.
J walls. Woo! Somebody making it rain.
But not only that, I was just like, "What?" I'm so afraid of them. And I tell the story, I went on a cruise, and every time I went on a cruise, I would always go to the, art section of the cruise ship because they would have auctions, and they had this beautiful painting came up for auction. Everybody on the ship was just, like, looking at it, and the guy was like, "Are are you people serious? This is a Josephine wall." We're like, "Oh, He's like, "If I was in England right now, they would be outbidding each other." I'm like, "Well, you're not in England. You're on a, a stateside ship, you know." But I did go up to it and look at it, and it was just so fabulous the way that, where you stood at, the way that it was changing colors. I'm like, it really is a beautiful painting. But
there's there's detail. Like, you could. I feel like when I look at one of those Josephine Wall paintings and I zoom into it, it's like you could you could turned it into sections like a DAC canvas, and each section there's so much going on in it that it could
Yeah,
be its own diamond art painting.
it is. Yeah. 80's chick with glasses wanted to be here today. I think she's her work schedule, but I think maybe she had a family thing to do too. She did the one with the diamond art, and she talk about loving a challenge. She gets her symbols in black and white, no color. I'm like, that's like diamond paint in a newspaper. I know. There's no
That's
color.
uh,
But there was one that Lizette did, and it was like this giant. I guess she was like a mermaid coming up out of the water, and she had an iguana on her head, and just like everywhere that you look was like another, like, oh, look at the I don't know why there were polar bears in there. Polar bears and flowers and dragonflies and a village of people that came off of a hill with a castle and so much. And she didn't even realize it until after she was done diamond painting the sky, that it was actually like there was a whole other painting in there. It was really, really crazy. Who just
yeah.
oh, Lady Anne. So did we figure out how we were gonna do this? I'm gonna write down everybody's name, and I'm gonna do the wheel.
I think
NUYLRICA.
that'll be awesome, and you can do it like 3 times if you want, or 4 times, and
And I'll videotape it, and I'll put it up.
yeah, that'll be awesome. Yeah, yep, yeah, that'll be awesome, and then I can contact the
No,
winners and
nobody needs a keyword, and nobody needs to make a sentence.
nah, nothing special. Normally, if I were doing like a live stream on my Twitch channel, then I would
Right.
just have like an exclamation point raffle, and then Twitch would just automatically calculate that. Like everybody would just type exclamation point raffle, and then all I have to do is just hit the button, and it'll just look at everybody that typed it, and it'll just pick a person. So
So what
this is my first time ever doing like a YouTube live, so I had no idea
oh,
how
you're
to
my
do.
first guest ever.
Am I really? I am so sorry. Well, or it could be a great thing because everyone else is going to be way better than me. I guarantee it. So so it is a good and bad thing.
It's what is Twitch is it part of any other platform like Instagram or Facebook or anything? It's just its own thing. I never heard of it before.
It's twitch.tv. You can go there.
Okay.
You can make an account just like you would like for YouTube.
Min said Twitch is another animal. Tonya Green said hi. Hi, Tonya.
Hi, Tanya. It's you there will be some additional stuff to learn, but especially if you're going to do a lot of live streams, if you're just going to do content creation and make YouTube videos for people to watch after they're edited, YouTube is all you need. But if you want to really interact with your audience, there's nothing better than Twitch for that.
Oh,
They're really
wow.
and so that's what I'm used to.
Okay. Well, next time you do a Twitch, let me know so I could check it out.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
what do you do? Oh, do you do like Minecraft and stuff like that?
No, no. Usually, I'm either drunk playing pinball,
Hi, Barb.
or I do have a diamond painting Twitch channel. It's it's not nearly as refined as the pinball stuff I've been doing for 5 years,
Wow.
but that'll eventually come along and get there. But probably after I get some more varied products out of the door, and then I'll have more time to spend on that.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah,
Take a look.
Twitch has the ability, like if we were like every time somebody typed J Wall, we'd have to take a shot.
Oh
You know.
my God. Well, I did go run and get a Corona light when
All right,
John was in here playing with the
welcome to
cat. I
the
was like, I think I
party.
need a Corona.
Welcome to the party. I was just about to go and get my wine glass because I wanted to talk about this movie that you were mentioning you had mentioned the movie a few times earlier. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't the one. It wasn't Nona that you were talking about. It was a different movie.
No, no,
And I,
with the grandmothers.
yeah, Nona's the one with the grandmothers, but I thought you were going to talk about a different movie tonight. And I couldn't remember for the life of me what it was. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was watching Dilemma with my husband earlier with
What
Kevin
is that?
James and Vince Vaughn. I can't get through it. I really can't get through it.
Is it not
Oh,
good?
well,
Oh,
Moonstruck, yeah. Tracy does me well. Moonstruck? Moonstruck is always on in my house. Yeah, Jules and Lorraine StreamYard is good too, but I think you pay by the amount of people that you can have on. Um, like, I think if you have up to 10 people, it's one price, and then you wanna have more people on, it's another price.
yeah,
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, yeah. All you need is Twitch. The thing I also like about Twitch is that anything that I live stream, I can just record it to my hard drive and then post it later on YouTube.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I went and bought this laptop. I don't know what's going on. I'm doing everything on my phone. It's driving me nuts.
The it's there is some things that are just simpler and easier to do just on a phone, but there are some things that are just not possible. Um,
Yes, you need a
on
laptop.
you need a laptop or some kind of computer or something, and that really opens up the possibility for what you can do.
Yeah, and my phone is overloaded. I'm losing memory and everything else. It's like it's so
Yeah.
frustrating when you have to upload, and it's like you're out of space, and you gotta delete stuff, and yeah.
Is that like your personal phone as well? So you use your personal phone while you're streaming? Ah,
Yeah.
see,
Yeah,
I I
my
saved all of my old broken phones with cracked screens and stuff. I save these and use these as wireless webcams.
I have no idea
So
what you're talking about.
I have a phone up above that's aimed down at my canvas. Then I have the phone that I'm looking at you with, right? So I've got three phones positioned around my desk, around my diamond painting desk. And so I can just push a button on my keyboard and just switch between those different camera views
Oh,
at
I would
will.
lose everybody. I would lose everything. It would just drive me crazy. I did an interview with my husband on the laptop to say, "When are you gonna start reading to us? Because we're waiting for you." And I can't get the thing out of there. I can't get it out of there. I think the platform that I have for editing is called Clipchamp.
Oh yeah, I just started messing around with that. So
Oh,
yeah, Clip Trap is
it's driving
awesome.
me nuts. In the store when I bought it, it was I said to the kid that sold it to me because he was showing me his channel and what he does and his platform, and I was like, "Are you telling me that I can do this quickly?" And he's like, "Yes." He's like, "You're doing so much manual work to upload your videos and everything, where Clipchamp would take that all away from you." Bye, Barbara.
Bye, Barbara. Have a great night. Yeah,
Yeah,
Clip
and like
Trap would be
Jules and
awesome. But
Lorraine have just started their thing, so they were like, "That was a great hint," for the phones, I would imagine.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. If you've got old phones laying around, yes, you can use your phones as wireless webcams. There's plenty of softwares out there that will allow you to stream stuff from video from your phone to your laptop or your computer, so you can use them like web cameras. So if you go to my YouTube channel today,
Yeah.
that's what I was doing is streaming from on my laptop, but my camera overhead is
Hi, Donna.
the same cell phone. So
So, alright, so I'm gonna go to your live, and what did you have it going 3 different ways?
just one today because I didn't really have anybody watching it, and I was just doing a kit up, so I only needed the overhead shot. But for other things where I may be playing games or interacting a lot more with whoever's watching, then I'll have other cameras, other views for that.
Okay. Yeah, Clipchamp, I could drop clips in, like, I'm just, like, so confused. I'm like, my editor is InShot, but it's only a mobile app.
Ah,
It's kinda like, CapCut, but I find CapCut I find InShot easier than CapCut, even though CapCut was like the OG of this whole thing with the editing. I don't
Yeah.
I and Canva too is like just like and I used to do graphic design. Canva, I can't get my head around that either. It just seems like there's so many steps.
Oh
What am
god.
I doing? I'm making a thumbnail. I'm not
But I
doing,
yeah. And for stuff like that, that's all you need. Like I've never had any sort of issue watching your content. Do you know that and sorry if there's anybody else who's in the live stream. I don't mean this in any bad way, but I tend to be very judicious in the people that I subscribe to just because I
Mhm,
don't want to get all these notifications.
mhm,
There's lots of people that I like their content, but there are some people that I just want to make sure that I get that content, no matter what. And you are the only diamond painter so far that I have that I'll make sure that I'm subscribed to, that I'm a member to, that I get the content to. I don't. What I learned from streaming on Twitch is it does not matter how good your audio is. It doesn't matter how good your video is. It doesn't even matter if you're good at playing games or whatever it is you do. What I'm
mhm,
there for is to watch the person. The person.
mhm.
That's all I care about. And
Yeah.
so every time I watch your videos and you talk about whatever goofy stuff John did, or or the way that you make coffee out of 15 ingredients into a magical brew of pleasure, like it's all
That's great.
100% you. And I absolutely I just love that. It's either a great way to start my day or end my day.
Thank you.
And so don't worry about how you share your life experience with us. The only thing that matters is that you share it with us. It doesn't matter how it
Yeah.
gets to us, because
Yeah,
because
I just
we're
wanna
still
make
going
my
to be
life
there.
easier.
You know. Well,
Well
yes, being able to get
well, I
content to people easier is, yeah, that's always good too. But don't stress over it. Really wouldn't.
I was uploading in 4K, and it was like, "Why are you even doing that?" 'Cause YouTube compresses you down to 1080 anyway, so don't even bother. So I was like, that was a big helping me with my videos a lot faster. And then, you just wanna I think it's like anything that you do, you wanna learn a little bit more about how to do things and just how to make it more I love photography and I love videotaping, and now I'm, like, into B-rolls. Like, the
It
new
is.
things I learned how to do, and I
Oh
had my
gosh.
husband with me today, I'm like, "Please shut up. It's like a 2-second video. I need a 2-second video. You can't be quiet for 2 seconds."
Oh god, if I were to show you Twitch, we would never see you again because you would be on the computer. When you learn what redemptions are on Twitch and allowing your audience to redeem stuff, you that is, I don't know if you want to go down that rabbit hole.
Oh, okay. I don't know,
Re-
maybe, I don't know. Thank you, ladies. That was very sweet, everything that you said.
re-
And Jules
redemptions
and
would
Lorraine.
redemptions would allow us watching you on a live stream to interact with you directly, whether physically, like, hey, somebody redeemed 1,000 points to make you get up and dance the Macarena.
Mm.
Yes, yes. Those are redemptions. Or hey, we want you to spend the next 5 minutes diamond painting without your glasses on because we think it would be funny.
Mm.
those those are those are the redemptions that I have to deal with on Twitch.
And so, like, what do you get for doing that?
What do I get out of it as the
Yeah.
as the content creator? Absolute fun, absolute pure joy and blast until somebody redeems the Death Nut Challenge, and then I have to eat the world's hottest peanuts until I convulse on the floor. But usually somebody ends up donating a lot of money to Oklahoma Children's Miracle Network hospitals whenever that happens. And I just do that once a year on Extra Life Day. So I don't do that very often, but just having people there who can control what goes on in my stream, and they get those points by watching and interacting with the stream. So it encourages people to participate so they can get the points so they can participate more.
Okay.
And that's what I it's one of those things that you have to experience. And sometimes it's just you know what an emote is, right? You put an emote like a heart or
Yeah,
a crying emoji or whatever on something. Well,
right.
what if your emotes were animated? What if your emotes were movie clips,
Gotcha.
stuff like that, and people can just interject that into your stream, so it brings everybody who's out here in there with
In there.
you.
Oh, virtual world.
Yes. So yeah, if you think going down editing is a rabbit hole, then
Listen, I just learned a B-roll. That's all I learned. It was how to do a B-roll and how to make my coffee drinks look a little bit more classier.
oh, Donna, I'm so glad that you're here. That's amazing. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Another side note, redemptions are absolutely customizable, so there's no pressure based
Yes.
on the time spent in the chat.
Hmm.
Are
Yeah.
two
So
different beasts. I'm gonna have to spend some time on Twitch and see what the heck is going on here.
yeah, redemptions are something that you create. So you're you're designing what they can do, and then they
Oh,
just
I
have to
got you.
use those things, right?
Yeah,
So if you don't want to dance the Macarena, they can't make you dance it unless you add that as a redemption. Like, hey, I want you guys to make me dance because it'll be funny.
I
Yeah.
got it now. I just thought it was random. I was like, I don't think so.
Oh no, no, no. You choose your own redemptions and stuff like that, and so it's whatever party you want to create and however you want to have fun. It could
Oh,
be
all
that
right.
somebody just redeems 10,000 points to have you read a book for 10 minutes.
Oh,
You know, it's like, hey, I've been watching your stream for the last 3 hours, and they could redeem story time. It's story time, and then you pull out a book and start to read from the last time somebody redeemed story time.
gotcha.
If you want to finish the book faster, then a lot of people are going to have to watch a lot more of your stream in order to keep redeeming that 10 minutes.
I am gonna check it out because now I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Donna
All
is a
sorts of cool
Jersey
stuff.
girl.
All sorts of cool
Watch
stuff.
it. I just came out of Georgia a couple weeks ago. I wanted to spend more time there. I was in Savannah.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
Story time with
Uh,
Johnny.
yep. Like I said earlier, Twitch is another animal, but Elisa, you would be up for it. You would be a natural. I'm finding out all these things about you guys. I'm finding out all these things about you guys. You're on Twitch. You're thinking about getting your nails painted. I sat here the whole time. You know what I did? I pulled all my nails off. This is what I'm doing over here. I'll have a new set on tomorrow. So who's up for crafternoon tomorrow? I think what I want to do tomorrow is I have to I showed you this you guys this very very briefly. Now we're both going to disappear, but I'm going to go. I'm right there. Okay. I showed you guys this canvas very briefly in the unboxing, and I just went for the Moon Eater. I have been dying for Sarah Mustafa. This isn't the one that I wanted, but I went for it anyway because the one that I wanted is sold out. This girl, the way that she
Ooh,
does face it, look at her face. Isn't she gorgeous?
that is,
Just the way,
yeah.
yeah. This is Mermaid Princess by Sarah Mustafa, 20 by 26, 50 by, I didn't realize she was that small, 50 by 65. Another thing I found out about Curtis Reikovich is that he's doing mini designs now. So there might be like a mini Marie Antoinette coming out. Oh, she's good. The faces that Sarah Mustafa does is they're absolutely stunning. You really can't make up your mind. Um, there's one called Longing that I really, really like, but I wanted the one with the girl with the flowers. She had like purple flowers in her hair. So pretty. So I think I'm going to unbox this. That's the whole painting right there. I think I'm going to unbox this one tomorrow.
Really nice. I'll be there to watch it.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, your daughter has that one? I did the other one from Sarah Mustafa. You really can't make up your mind when you see her. Oh, Longing. She's so pretty. She is so pretty. I love the expression on her face. That's what I go for. She's a beautiful artist, Sarah Mustafa. I'm looking forward to getting more of her stuff. But this is around. It's around. That's what you have to do. You have to put circles and squares on your things now.
On
Or I
my
think,
rulers. Yeah.
and this is really weird. The rounds are a pink box, and the squares are a blue box. So it's not just that they put a circle or a square. It's pink and blue.
That has not occurred to me before.
Yeah. And I miss the old box with the
Got,
holograms on it,
got like 20 of them sitting over there, and it has not occurred to me.
that they're pink and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many blue ones do you have?
I've,
They're
I've,
probably all squares.
I think maybe I've got 3 pink ones.
That now you know. There's
Yep.
your
Now I
there's your
know.
round. Which is a great idea because if they're stacked one on top of the other, you can't see the symbol, but now you know by the color.
Yeah.
You always learn
I
something new.
I have a question, if it's okay. We were talking about story time, and I just recently gotten back into some reading. So while I have a few people here, I wanted to ask which one of these 2 books should I start reading. One is by Sarah A. Parker, and the other one is by Samantha Shannon. They're pretty big books, so maybe some people in your audience have
Read them?
have read them, or maybe you've read them. I don't know. One of them is this book called "When the Moon Hatched." Ever
That
heard
would
of it?
intrigue me.
Anybody ever heard of it?
No, I haven't heard of it, but the title would intrigue me.
Yeah, it's it's very interesting that Sarah A. Parker, when the moon hatched, and then the other one is this book, which I bought mainly just because I absolutely love the yellow color and the dragon on it. Like the artwork is gorgeous. But this one is called "The Priory of the Orange Tree" by Samantha Shannon. This one is about a completely like matriarchal society. Um, like like there's no, I don't think there's any dudes in here at all. Like it's just all women and dragons. And I don't know how that works out. But it just seems like there's like this really severe hierarchy. Um like punishment is it's a huge thing. Like nobody, like you know your place. And I'm just like, that sounds awesome. Somebody
Jules and
said how
Lorraine
many
want to know.
pages?
And Donna, Hollywood Squares.
A lot. lot a lot of pages. Uh this one is
Maybe not. Maybe it's not Hollywood Squares. Wait a minute.
like 700 pages.
Maybe. I just finished The Wedding People, and that was really good.
Oh, oh, I've heard of that one, the wedding people.
It was
The
good.
wedding, is that the one where there's a young girl who's like, there's a woman who's like she's like really depressed, and then
Yes.
like someone else, I don't want to
Yes.
give too much away of the cause of the depression,
Yeah.
but she
It's
meets
funny at
somebody there.
times, and it's I hope that they do it, and I hope that they turn it into a comedy, because I really don't think that she was really in that place that she was in, but it was really funny. It was a fast read, and
Yeah,
now I'm into something else. I can't remember what the name is. But this girl's kind of heavy. I just got done with one of her books where it was about 4 sisters in Chicago. And she wrote Dear Edward and Napolitano, and her books are really, really heavy. And this one now is really heavy. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm not into this. Not after The Wedding People."
uh,
It's Center
I'm
Square.
I'm just about through with the 7 lives of Evelyn Hugo,
Mm-mm.
which is that's a great book where this woman goes to interview like this Hollywood actress, older Hollywood actress, and discuss her life. And through the course of this book, they find out that she discovers that there's a little more, and that they are closer than they ever thought. This person who goes to interview this older woman who's this Hollywood actress.
Oh,
Pretty cool.
sounds like Sunset Boulevard.
So it's like somebody took Interview with a Vampire and like
Oh,
took took out the vampire part. It's like
there is a channel. I don't know what channel it is. It actually has game shows. And sometimes I do sit around and watch the game show. I am already into summer beach reads. Carly Fortune's Canadian author, new book came out beginning of May, total fluff and perfect for the beach. So I would fall asleep. I don't know why people like reading on the beach. I'm not a beach reader.
what kind of books keep you awake? Like just page turners for you.
The Wedding People was good. The one that I just read with the four sisters in Chicago, because you get very involved with their lives and you're thinking about them when you're not reading it. Hello, Beautiful. That was the name of that one. Very layered. Each character was very layered, and it was about family and sisterhood. It was really very good. Um, Suspense, like I can't even think, but but I read, like, you talk about you like a cover. The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I did this book. I bought this. It took me 10 years to open it up, and then I never put it down. So it's a book for artists, and everybody's an artist, and
Yeah.
it's a how do it's creativity as a spiritual practice. So Julia Cameron, who was married to Martin Scorsese and had a baby, had a daughter, was an alcoholic, and she c- thought that if she got sober, she would lose her talent. Like most people think, I got to get high, I got to drink because it'll like loosen me up and it'll make me more vulnerable.
Wasn't she married to Martin Scorsese?
I just said that.
Sorry. Listen, crazy idea. Tell me what you think.
What?
I was in the bathroom,
Yes.
peeing, sorry, and I saw the oyster shells on top of the toilet.
Yeah.
What about if I made Clams Casino but serve it in oyster shells?
He's getting crazy. He made Clams Casino for
Oh,
Mother's Day.
not any Clams Casino.
You
I
have
got Stogie Joe's recipe for Clams Casino.
There's a really famous restaurant here in Philadelphia, and we grew up with a lot of these people,
Laouzis.
Laouzis, and he's been haunting them for
10
their
years.
clam casino.
10
I said, but
years.
you're not going to give it to you. Leave them alone. I wouldn't give you any of my recipes.
He
I'm
gave
still
it to me.
I'm still stuck on you guys having three seashells on the on your
Three. There's
on,
a
No.
dozen up there.
We love oysters, and when we go somewhere and I see a pretty oyster shell, I take it. And I do something with
okay.
it. Either I'll
Okay.
gild it or I'll decoupage it or I'll put our names in there. So what the hell he's talking
Ah,
about? He thinks he's
all
gonna
right.
use my oyster shells and make Clams Casino in them after they've been
Oh,
decoupaged.
I thought it was a Demolition Man kind of thing y'all were doing. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the food, Scott? They'll be in here again.
Who watched The Crown? I watched The Crown.
Oh, I love. Babe, we should watch The Crown all over again from season one because I love the two
He
people.
just bought two jars of barbecue sauce, Gabrielle. She wants to see a video of you with your ribs.
Gabrielle.
Yeah.
And
In New York,
Ribs?
yeah. Miss Molly's mom.
Gabrielle.
Yeah.
Molly Graham.
Molly Grant. He's saying Molly Grant.
We love Molly, Gabrielle. We love you too, but we love Molly more.
She wants to see a video of you with making ribs, which he
Oh,
just bought
please.
two jars of barbecue sauce, and
That's what we bought them for the chicken wings.
What
Yeah,
is he
he-
cooking the
That's
ribs
a
on?
whole nother story, babe.
I had
What's it-
ribs
what-
yesterday. What is it?
I
What is he
make
cooking the ribs on?
I
You
make-
cooking them, John? You
I
smoking the
make
ribs?
ribs. I make 4-hour ribs. They're in the oven for 4 hours, low and slow, and they will blow your mind. We should
Yeah.
wait quick. Oh, they're in Oklahoma. I was going to say we should invite you to one of our parties. Probably not going to come if you're in Oklahoma.
You know what? Next day air is a thing.
All right, listen. You don't know us. We're Tuesday Pots. We'll invite you. We don't care.
Our parties are legendary. Our guests come back the next day. They come back for breakfast. They're like, "That was the best party."
Yeah. It's not best
It's
at all.
awesome.
He came flying out of the bedroom.
Well, he's a musician. His friends are musicians, and they're playing the piano and the guitar and the drums. And I don't play anything, so I get to serve food and cocktails and stuff, and make coffee and
But you gotta
gab.
you,
And
Don't
you
let her
gotta
take you.
sing.
She's
You
an
gotta sing,
amazing
right? You
hostess.
sing.
She's an amazing hostess. She makes aviations,
well, I do. I make a good cocktail.
and she cooks everything
Give me
too.
that canvas right there.
This one.
The green, the mermaid. Yeah, I think there's probably 20 canvases stuck to it. Yeah, but this is the canvas that I don't want to go back to.
Where you at?
Is that
She's
is
a
that the
mermaid.
one? Is that the one giving you the fits?
That's the one giving me the fits.
And it
Because
doesn't work
there's
with it doesn't work with the ruler. That's a Dreamer Designs, right?
this is an old Dreamer design. I don't even know when they. This is how far I got, and I don't know if you could see any of the gapping in there, but there's a lot.
I see it a bit in the yellow there in the top corner in the yellow.
That's as far as I got. for,
But
that's as far as I got for May.
but
You got to
like
get
like
it.
like I like I said earlier, hang it up on the wall. It's invisible. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, I figured when I go to Florida, I would take her with me. But these are all Curtis Reikovich paintings, so I wanted to put her up on my wall. She really is pretty, and I bought special enhancement drills for her because she has water droplets on her. So I bought water droplet drills and stuff. I don't know, maybe. I'm having so much fun with this. Like when you're having fun with this, you can't go back to that.
Yeah, I have found that like while I could diamond paint without it, it just there's I don't even know how to like there's when we were talking last night about just
Yeah,
the one section, the one space in between the fingers, and just only working with that, right?
yeah,
Forget the other 13 spaces, but just that one, and it's just like sometimes that's all you have time for, or that's all that you have the brain power for is just to handle that one, and sometimes that's just all you need. You're just like, you know what, I got to get away for 15 minutes just so I can place this one section. You know,
yeah.
maybe you're
You know what I'm doing.
taking a study break from school. What are you doing? Are you pulling out some drills so that you can paint?
No, I'm using the ruler.
Oh
I'm putting the ruler up against the canvas and hoping that it'll fit, but it's around so I can get it
no.
done. Nah.
Hey Sandy, do I have that round that I was gonna throw away? That little half size one. Is it around here somewhere?
It's close, but no cigar.
Okay. Eh, other surprise.
Okay, I'm trying to get my canvases out. Yeah, what's that? Okay. How many are on there? 7?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so when you make the mini, what is that? Is that 7?
Yes, but this is a round.
Oh, so you are working on rounds.
This is a DAC round. So yes, I am working on it.
Okay.
So
But are you
you know,
going to find them in your shop? Oh,
what
you're
do you mean?
working on it. You're working on
Yep,
it.
yep. So so far
I can wait.
on a DAC on a Diamond Art Club round, this fits, but it fits ever so it fits what I think is a bit too tightly. Um, so I'm gonna have to loosen that up by maybe I don't know, maybe a tenth, maybe 2/10, something like that. Um, but that's close. But I got so much other stuff to do that I just put it in my to do
I know,
later
I
pile.
know. And what time is it? Oh, okay. So we've been talking for over 3 hours, and you're not getting any
Absolutely.
printing done.
That's so it's okay. All those people's orders can wait.
Most of them are here.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be all right.
We
I'm
love
allowed
Molly.
I'm allowed to have a day off once in a while, right?
Yeah.
I think they'll afford me that.
Barb, I'm going to put all the contacts up on my page, but it's ko-fi.com/diamond brush. Is that the address? Somebody's asking.
Yes. Let me see. Where is
I had to start this live like 5, 6, 7 times because and I had all the information in the description, and then I just was like, it was getting late, and Chris didn't know that this was on a mobile, and he was on a camera. And I was like, I'll put the description in later, but I'll put all his Facebook, his Instagram, and his coffee. I keep saying Ko-fi. Coffee.
that should show up. I just posted it in there.
Cindy's totally confused. She wants to know if she can buy this at Diamond Art Club. Can you only get this at Diamond Art Club?
No, you can't get it from Diamond Art Club, but it is made for
4.
Diamond Art Club.
Yes. Yes. And coffee, ko-fi.com/diamond brush ruler.
No, the Diamond Brush.
Oh, the diamond brush.
Yep. So ko-fi/the Diamond Brush.
Okay.
The reason
I'll
why I
put
call
all
it a
this up.
diamond brush is because we're painting with diamonds, and for that, you are going to need a diamond brush.
I was wondering where the brush came in at, and you would think that I would have put that together, diamond painting.
I know
Smart.
I'm smart. Yeah. I
Smart.
thought it. I thought of that third way through a bottle of Jack. Yeah, that's when my best thinking comes out. You know.
Right? Well, yeah, sure. Kind of like Julie Cameron. She wrote a book that's been going strong now for like, I think she's on her 40th year anniversary. It's
those
my
are
favorite book.
those are the best kind. Those are the best kind of books. And there's
Yeah, I
Tracy
think
again. Elbow drop with the drinking. Way to go, Tracy.
Tracy's on fire tonight.
If I do get some stuff up to Canada really soon, on like if she orders a tray, like on the bottom of the tray, it's just I'm just gonna laser engrave drinking on the bottom of
Drankin'.
the tray. Drinking.
No, you have to write member drankin'.
Drinking. Yeah, I have to put member on there. Member drinking.
Member drankin'.
Oh god. Oh, but then I'd have to do that for Jan too, because she's the one who came up with the drinking tonight because she's my favorite Cajun gal. I don't
Yeah.
know if she's watching, but she's absolutely amazing.
Well, we're just having fun, Cindy. We've been through so many discussions, and your question just kind of brought it all home.
it,
we're,
it
we're
is
trying to hook we're trying to hook Chris up with Diamond Art Company and get them to sell them.
yes, that would really be amazing if somebody emailed me and was like, hey, can we put these in our shop? Like,
Yeah, because they're only made for our canvases. So,
yeah,
maybe we
it's
should
like
take a look at this tool that, everybody's going crazy for.
I mean to me, like the first company to contact me about this is instantly going to sell more paintings. It's that simple. I'm not even saying that like as a brag, but as
Right.
a new person to diamond painting, which is me. I'm new to diamond painting. If somebody
Right.
told me there was a tool where all I have to do is just concentrate on just this little sliver, and then
Right.
this little sliver, and this little sliver, instead of 101,000 diamonds, I only need to concentrate on these in here.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
But and you were saying that each finger has like 90 drills.
Something like that. Yeah. Hmm.
Right. So if you wanted to just diamond paint, and that's why I kit up the way that I do. I keep my white symbols on one side of the tray and I keep my dark symbols on the other side of the tray. So if they're printed in dark ink, they're on the right. If they're printed in white ink, they're on the left. So when I have a kit that has 200 colors in it,
Yeah.
I'm not looking at the whole tray going, where is it at? Oh, it's white. It's on this side. And that cuts out half the, you know what I mean? You want it,
Yeah.
you're looking to, is it compartmentalizing or is it,
Exactly. Yep.
yeah, you're just like, I don't need to worry about these other 90 drills here because they're done in black ink. I need something that's printed in white ink. So I'm
Yeah.
always trying to um, enjoy what I'm doing. I don't feel like hunting and pecking for drills, you know?
Yeah. I think you got that just right. Unfortunately, I don't have my mags here. I explained to you what my mags are, but like I've got the little I forget what they're called, but I've got the tray bricks and I've got 120 tray bricks, and then I've got them in these 60 count white shelving units, and I've got two of those shelving units to hold all 120. And I see pictures of people like online, and they've got like a wall of tray bricks or trays or
Yeah.
whatever in front of them, and they're all symboled up and they're neatly organized in a rainbow of colors, and they look beautiful in a picture. But when I look at the symbol and I'm like, oh, okay, I need the black square with a white dot, and then I'm going black square white dot through 120 trays.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. So what I do is I look at when I put this ruler down and I put it down, this is 2 sections wide, and I put it on there, and now I'm only looking at the drills that I need for these 2 sections. And usually that's somewhere between 10 and 15
Yeah.
drills. And so I I made these little holders that just hold 5 trays. That's it. It just holds 5 little tray bricks, and I have 2 of them that are um, on my left hand side of the painting, and they're just stuck down to the desk. And so I load from my racks of 120. I load 10 tray
Yeah.
bricks in there.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
all I'm doing is just pulling from the 10 instead of pulling
Right.
from 120.
Right. Exactly.
It's much
Donald,
easier to work with when I make things smaller.
Donna, you can go to DP with sparklers for specialty drills. Yeah, because that's what it is, and that's exactly what I did here. I only have it. Well, I can tell you what I'm doing here. And like every time I kit up differently. So I was so eager to start painting with this. I didn't even want to kit. I didn't even, well, not that I didn't want to kit up. I didn't even kit up.
Yeah, I made a joke about that on my live earlier.
I kit up as I go. I only
It's-
got 2, 4, 6, 7 drill containers out because I'm kitting up as I go. I didn't have to worry. If I don't have it out already, I'm like, oh, okay, it's a new one. I gotta pick it out. That's it.
do you traditionally just kit up as you go, or do you actually do
No,
like?
that's the first time.
Oh, okay. So you usually kit up in advance.
I kit up
You
in
can,
advance. Every time I kit up, I'm doing something different. I'm learning something new. I'm learning how to do it faster. Not because I want to be faster, but more efficiently. But I've been like that my whole life. Every job I ever went to, it was just like I would sit back and watch how people were doing things, and then I would be like, "Okay, this is how we're going to do it now." Because you're working stupid, and I don't work stupid. I work smarter. I'm not going to drive myself crazy in this office. And that's just the way I've always done it.
I got in trouble once at work because I told I told somebody that I was training. I was like, "Hey, look, I know this is your first day, and you think you got it, you know what you're doing, but I'm gonna tell you right now, just don't use your brain, use my brain. It's gonna
Yeah.
work better for the both of us." And the boss man was like, "I understand what you're saying, but just don't say that." And I'm like,
Yeah,
"But it's
that
true.
one.
true. It's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've
It
discovered all the secrets. I know.
it's a talent. It really is a talent because every job that I left, like you say, not to pat yourself on the back, but every job that I left, they were like, "Please come back."
Yeah,
Because the organization went out the window. Please come back. The office ran so much better. I'm like, moving on.
yeah,
Been there, done that.
yeah,
Moving on.
yeah.
Woo!
I
What's
I think about this, and I'm just like, do I really want to go clock in tomorrow, or do I
Yeah,
want to stay at home
I think you
and
kinda made up your mind about an hour ago that you weren't going in.
yeah, yeah. Well, this has helped a little bit.
Oh, my beer got hot. I'm not a big drinker.
That's sacrilege. Why would you do that? Oh no,
It's hot in this room.
the
You
entirety of
know,
the pinball community is crying now over the death of a
Tracy's
beard.
like, "Yeah, you're staying home."
Yeah, I'm staying home.
"Tracy, what are you drinking?" Yeah, DP with sparklers. I can't type. I'm on my cell phone. What's Tracy drinking? That's what I wanna know. Is it still winter in Canada, Tracy?
Hey, you know what? You know what? You gotta, the liquid heat. You gotta stay warm. Yeah, it's
She's
still
drinking
winter
iced
in
co
Canada
she's
until
drinking
July.
iced coffee. What time is it in Canada?
She drinking iced coffee at what, 11 o'clock at night?
Yeah, I don't believe her. She's probably drinking like an iced coffee cooler. Yup, it's still cold. It's cold
Yeah,
in Canada, it's still winter, and she's drinking iced coffee at 11 o'clock at night.
it's
It's
iced
so
coffee with it's an iced coffee with a little bit of the juice in it.
they're 2 hours behind us, so it's 8:30.
No, it's only 1 hour.
Well, Tracy said it's 8:30.
Oh, well, she's 2 hours then. Holy
Yeah.
crap!
I think I'm
Hey,
gonna stick with Tracy on that one.
I got a question for Tracy, so
Caramel
that I
syrup,
can pretend. Ooh, caramel. Ooh,
not
ooh,
maple.
ooh, ooh, caramel syrup. Anyway, Tracy, I need to send some stuff to Canada, and I don't want to pay import fees or duty taxes. Do you know any secret ways to do that? Here's some things that I was told. One, I was told that at the border, stuff will get stopped in customs if it is worth more, if it says the value is worth more than $40. Second thing I was told,
Yeah, they do.
there's some sort of special code or designation that you have to put on the packaging.
Yeah,
God,
Tracy's got everybody dropping the G.
yeah, yeah. My Oklahoma is my Okie is coming out. Um, the other one is that there's a designation that you assign to international shipping that designates it as like school supplies or art supplies, and that way it passes through customs as well. Um, and then the other one is just to forego like FedEx and UPS, no matter how fast they are, and just do regular postal mail like USPS, and then it doesn't get stopped at customs at all.
Okay.
Those are the three things I've heard, but I haven't had anybody confirm any of them.
Jules and Lorraine are in Canada too. Tracy's in Canada. I don't know who else is in Canada. Oh, Canadian Diamond Dot Witch, but I don't think that she's here. She's in Canada. Are there any third party delivery that you can get? Like I got my everyday dose today from InTrack. I'm like, who the heck is InTrack? Like I know the postal office, UPS, and FedEx. That's it.
Chocolate macaroon syrup. Come on now, y'all.
You guys ain't even listening to me. Chocolate macaroon syrup. Oh,
I am listening to you, but my diabetes took over my brain right now. It just said, "Hey,"
oh,
it said, "Hey, chocolate macaroon." It just, I'm sorry. It was like a squirrel. Like my brain was just like chocolate and syrup when it was in the same sentence.
what's the delivery guy? Um, so wait,
You have to
like with
pay
my
tariffs at the
J-Wall, when it
door.
comes, I have to pay tariffs at my door. Oh, you pay tariffs at your door?
Dang.
What? Jules and Lorraine, snail mail, Canadian Post.
Drinking and desserts. That should be the title of a very awesome stream.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Midnight
okay,
desserts.
so it looks like snail mail. So for all of my Canada peeps out there, y'all gonna be bummed out paying $18 to $20 in shipping and then waiting 2 to 3 weeks to get your stuff.
That's crazy. So, Min said, I always pay import fee and brokerage fee with anything shipped DHL. If it's small, I think it's snail. Yeah, because this is so like when you're talking, I'm thinking, like if you put this like in a bubble mailer,
I don't because they're thin, I don't trust them in bubble mailers. So they weigh 1.1 ounces. So they,
yeah,
they don't weigh very much. Um, even ordered in like packs of four, it's only about 9 ounces shipped. Even if somebody bought
it's
four
under
of
a
these,
pound.
the whole box is only 9 ounces, so it's well under a pound. But the last time that I shipped four of these, I paid $20. Well, I paid like $18 for UPS shipping, and UPS said they would get it there in 4 days, and then it got stopped in customs, and UPS called the customer and said, "Hey, we need another $43." After they had already paid like $50, or no, they paid a total of like $58, and that was including the shipping to get four of these, and then UPS tried to hit them up for an additional $43. So what I ended up doing is I said, "I'm so sorry, I was not aware that was going to happen. I thought I had sorted everything out." So I ended up just refunding their $58 that they paid, and I said, "I'm not going to request that it be sent back to me. I'm just going to leave it in customs, and you can take that $58 that I refunded you and go pay the $43 at customs to have it complete the journey to you."
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, and that was the second time that I had shipped that package. The first time that I shipped it, it got lost and disappeared.
Well,
So
Min said,
by then I was so mad with the whole customs and international shipping that that's when I decided, you know what, I'm not doing international shipping, because I had just spent $120 of my own money,
right,
and then I had to spend an additional $43 to get it basically over the border to the destination.
for
And I was
something that
just
was
like,
less than an.
yeah, and I was just like, I'm not doing it. International, if this is what international shipping is going to be, is this weird guessing game of how much is are we going to pay, then I'm just not doing it. And that sucks because I really want to do it. I know there are people, Australia, France, Canada, Germany, UK, South Africa, Tasmania, somebody from Korea hit me up. All these people want this thing. All these people believe in this thing, and I can't get it to them, and it sucks.
Take it overseas. What
And
about
they're
DHL?
and Jules and Lorraine are saying potential Canada
What
post
about
strike.
DHL? Did you tell them?
DHL, they're paying tariffs at the door.
That's my
They
list.
like to strike at tax return time.
Did you say,
Oh, Gab, bye.
all right, Gabrielle, have a good night? So is it DHL, or is it everybody doing tariffs at the door?
Well, Min said if it's under a certain under $100, that usually slips by. And if this is less than an ounce, and you say it's like
Oh,
what?
I remember the fourth thing that I was told was because it's called the diamond brush, it probably would have slipped by, but um, it gets flagged in the system as jewelry instead of artist supplies because it has the word diamond in it. So if I want to send it to Canada or international or something like that, as like school supplies, or at least have it slip through and not be checked by customs because it says diamond on it, then I need to like take that off of the label or the packing slip or whatever.
Yeah,
And
just
I'm
write
like,
Chris Diamond on it.
yeah, and I'm like, well, the name of the friggin' company is the Diamond Brush. It's there on the label where it ships from. I can't I can't change that. Like I would have to create a whole entire new shipping website in order to like it would be a nightmare if that's the one thing that is ruining international shipping is the name of the product is flagging it in the system like that. That is that's even depressing to think about it. I hope it's not that. I hope it's not that.
Well,
So
you got feedback here from the guys that are in Canada. Um, and now they're looking to have a strike in a couple of days. That is wrong. I mean, I mean, you're talking about something. I would have put this in a bubble wrap, or maybe I would have put like a cardboard envelope around it and shipped it.
Sandy, do we have a box that that we ship um the rulers in? Can you find me a box or at least something close to it, whatever it is? I want to show y'all that some of y'all have already received this box, but like it's the, like the whole package is like 6 ounces with just one ruler in it. It doesn't weigh anything. It's like it's like 9 by 6 by 2. It's not that big.
Yeah, that's the standard. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
just a fold over mailer box.
yeah.
You know,
You sent
be
me
goofy.
one.
Yeah. Well, your box was a little bigger because it had a bunch of stuff in it. But yeah, and I'm like, it's not heavy. Like, what would
It
make
wasn't heavy.
somebody think that like they should? Oh, I should flag this. I should open it up and see what's in it. Like, it's an innocuous white box. Yeah, it's it's
Oh God, yes.
it's an innocuous white box. So this is basically what everything gets mailed in. I mean, it's thinner. It's thinner than this book. I like it like weighs nothing. Get at it. You know, it's I don't know why it gets flagged, but it's like
Maybe because it's a box. Maybe if you do try an envelope.
yeah, I would hate for it to spend 2 weeks going all that way just for a mailman because you know how mail they just love to just shove things in a mailbox,
Well, you
fold it
just
in
put a
half or whatever.
do not bend.
I could put do not bend on there, but I some of the mail people are like, oh, do not bend. It's kind of like when you put fragile on something, so they decide to drop kick it up to your porch just because it says fragile. Um, you know, I don't know. The only way to really know is to conduct that experiment and try it again. So, um, you know, if one of you, you know, Canada peeps, you know, Tracy or somebody, if y'all, you know, if you want to try it, then
Well, yeah,
just
maybe because it's got the word art in it though. Diamond Art Club.
Possibly. You know, it's one of those things where I'm gonna have to change a few settings in my shipping software, and I'm just gonna have to send it and see what happens.
Yeah, you just take Diamond Brush out of there, and
Yeah, just completely change the shipping label information, and just see what happens. In order to do that, you know I gotta have somebody willing to conduct the experiment. So if a couple people want to get in contact with me, I might have some interesting pricing options, um, and you'll be getting a fantastic product at a reduced cost, and you'll be helping serve the greater uh, Canadian diamond art painting community
do you have a
by being
contact in Canada that could be like an affiliate?
no
No.
no like a distributor where I could just send them like a bunch of rulers and then they could no.
Yeah. And how about selling? Jules and Lorraine said, "Can you sell on Amazon?"
Um, to sell on Amazon, the fees and all would
Uh,
be higher than the product is worth.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yep. And with selling on Amazon as a 3D printed product, especially something like this, where there's not a lot of makers of these out there, I would be overrun with sales almost immediately, which you might think is a great thing. Like, oh my God, we
Oh,
got
no, but
10,000
just you and
sales.
Sandy there, yeah.
Yeah. Be like, oh my God, we got 10,000 sales in a weekend. There's no way we could fulfill that.
You gotta have inventory, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. The only
and
way to
then
do
that's
that
when
would
you lose
be,
it.
yeah, you would the only way to do that would be to offload it to, it wouldn't even be a 3D printed product anymore. It would
Yeah,
be
what
something it would be something that would be like extruded. It'd be
yeah,
pressed and stamped out,
yeah, yeah.
which is fine as long as it's accurate, that's fine. But I'd have to order like 10,000 of them in
They
order
probably
for it
want
to,
you to have inventory before they even sign you up, yeah.
yeah, I'd have to order a pallet of them from China, pay the tariff fees. Yeah, it would just be, it would be a ridiculously cost prohibitive thing. And I would, at that point I would be much better off selling it to Diamond Art Club or Dreamer Designs or someone else and going, here, I think it's a great product. If you guys want to offer me some money for it, here you go. Like it
Yeah,
would
here.
be, it would probably be better to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, here, I
Regarding
worked
the
out the math
language
for
of
you.
the word diamond, I received DAC packages in less than a week to BC, Canada, and never paid additional fees. International shipping is so confusing. Yeah, that's Tracy. Can you be the Canadian guinea pig if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like Tracy volunteered. So Tracy, if you want to go to my coffee page and just leave me a direct message, um, that'll be helpful. I'll probably have quite a few messages tonight. So if it gets lost in the mix and I don't answer you in the next day or so, just keep sending me a message until I answer you.
Yeah, well, Michelle said the same thing. Several people who live near each other, they
You
split the
gotta,
shipping.
okay.
A lot
Yeah,
of groups do
that
that.
was the other thing that I recommend people do, because the shipping, there's nothing I can do about it. It's gonna be 18, $20, depending on where it's going.
Yeah,
And
and if it's
it
gonna
could
be
take
18.
2 weeks to get there. So yeah, order as many as you can so that way they all show up in the same box and just split the shipping with your friends. Hmm.
So if it's gonna charge you 18 to $20 to ship one, how many of these can you ship for that same price?
It as well. USPS says that as long as the box is under 1 pound, so 15.99 ounces,
Yeah,
um, then so the way to think about that is that it's about, by the time they're bubble wrapped, so wrapped up like this, bubble wrap with their little special note on there and all, they're about 2 ounces. So one in a box with the weight of the box and all is about 6 ounces. And then you would add 2 more ounces for every additional ruler that's in there.
right.
And you would do that all the way until you got to 15 ounces. So you'd be 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and probably squeeze. So I could probably squeeze in six. I could probably squeeze in six
Yeah.
rulers in one box before I hit that cap.
Yeah. Good night, Christine. Thank you for hanging.
So
Yeah.
it'd be interesting. And there, if if you're sending six up there, then you're paying $3 for shipping per person if you got six friends, in Canada. And that ain't bad.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But it looks like Tracy's going to volunteer to be a guinea pig, so that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
So
especially for this group, I mean, there's so many people that are out in Canada. We have to figure out what we're going to do with Ange. She's in Australia. That
she's in
poor thing.
Australia, yeah. Well,
Oh,
if Australia is similar to Canada, which I don't know why it would be any different. The thing that I have the most issue with is the addresses. Like the formatting of the addresses for different countries is just, and like there was, did we send one to France? No. Okay. I
oh,
did, somebody online in the initial testing phase for international shipping. They were very nice, and they were just like, "Here's my home address. I just want to know how much it would cost to send to France," and it was going to be like $19.50 or whatever. So, but they gave me their home address, and then I had to like message them like 5 times, like, and show them pictures of how I was typing in the address because I don't read French. And so I was like, is this the town, the city? Is this the street? Like, what is the formatting that this goes into? It
yeah.
was it was weird, but we finally figured it out, and I was like, yeah, it's gonna be like $19.50. Yeah, so that's when I came up with the thing that, like, hey, order 4 or 5 of them to at least make it worth it. Not worth it for me, but worth it for y'all ordering. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Either for
order,
yourself or to split with
yeah,
somebody.
order a tray set. you know, just so that I can pack that box with as much goodies as possible to make it worth that kind of shipping for you.
Yeah, there's got to be a better way.
Yeah, that's I it's almost like I can take a plane flight to Australia, it'd be cheaper, and then I can go on vacation when I'm hand delivering it to you.
Enjoy your show. Good night, Barb. Good night, Jules in the rain.
All right, good night, guys. Good night. It's about time for me to say good night too.
Me too.
I gotta I
I
gotta I
can't.
gotta turn I gotta turn these printers back on, and then find something to eat because my wife didn't bring me anything.
We heard. And my husband keeps looking in here like, are you still talking? Like,
once
did you
again,
just meet me?
once once again, I've kept you up past your bedtime, and I
Oh,
apologize
no.
about.
No, you didn't. I'm fine. I'm
But
fine. But
I
I'm
got
going to
a
go
I got a
find
message to
something to eat
boss
myself.
man, and if I can get off work tomorrow, then I'm probably just going to. I don't know. Should I? I'm thinking I should continue on with wildflowers or finish the row of witch hazel. I don't know. I've got this wildflowers like spread out on my desk. I've got a ruler ready to go.
Good night, Min. Good night, Tracy. Good night, Michelle.
This
Thanks,
is
you
Thank you
guys. You
very much,
guys
Miss
hang.
Cat. It's so late here. Oh yeah, you guys have no idea. Like, oh my god, yeah, come and check out the pinball community on Twitch. You'll see what late night is. Like, I would start my live streams at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Well, you're
Yeah,
just
I
in
would
time.
I would start them. Yeah, and I would
Oh, no.
I would probably end at maybe 4 in the morning my time.
Oh, my God. Good night, Karen.
So about 1 o'clock in the morning, my German friends would start showing up in chat,
Yeah,
and then
because they're on all
around
different time zones.
around 4 to 5 a.m. Um, my Korean and Japanese friends would start showing up.
Oh, my God.
So overnight, I would get from like 11 to 5 in the morning. I would get people from Germany, and I would get people from uh, Australia and Tasmania, Korea, Japan, and it was really cool. So I had this kind of international late night stream, and people were like, "How do you have all these followers?" And I'm just like, "Because I stream to the people that you're missing while you're asleep."
Unbelievable.
So,
Stick my
but
husband. No,
super, super, super fun. But I gotta get back to work, guys. I
me
gotta,
too.
my work day is over. What? Let me see. It's almost 10 o'clock, so I gotta get back to work. Turn these
Yeah.
printers back on. Get
I
them, get
will
them
be
fired up.
talking to you soon and hope you can find something yummy to eat because that's what I'm going to go do. I had no dinner.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no.
I'm going to go. I'm going to
Yeah,
go
see,
nosh on
John.
something and relax.
Yeah, John didn't bring you any dinner either. Okay.
No, he didn't eat either. Have a good night,
All
everyone.
Good
whoever's still
night.
here, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Thanks so much, Chris.
You are welcome. I'm going to be asleep in the morning. Have a great night, everybody.
You too.
Peace.
Bye.